Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Downtime in the Hangar, where we talk about all things GBO2 and definitely try not to tangent. But today I'm joined by Gustav the 13th
Yep.
and GamingEmblem.
Howdy, howdy.
So guys, how's your past, 2 weeks been, right? It was when the Delta was, when we talked last, I think. Something like that.
Yeah. Still about the same. Um, Still going through Judgment right now. Doing some other stuff for the anniversary, just trying to keep open videos and whatnot. Currently getting some more matches in the Unicorn, at least when possible. Since I did have to go through the entire 7th spin for that. That was fun.
Fun.
Bad side of that, just doing dailies and whatnot. What about you guys?
Honestly, a lot of the same. I'm getting a little bit more stuff going on at work. Although thankfully, we've had a bit of a slow period, but I've been picking up more responsibility, and by that I mean I just have to go out and see more clients. I've been doing a lot of presentations, I guess now. Maybe we're kind of like opening up a little bit after COVID lockdowns. But you ever been like at work and you have like a bank do a presentation kind of thing to get you to open up a bank account with your bank's bank or with your employer's bank and stuff like that, and just talking about products. So I've been working on that, and just general GBO things. Oh, train.
Train.
Because it stopped.
Okay, all right, it's far enough. But besides that, I like Gustav, I started Octopal's Cox, and I've been playing Live Alive. The game's awesome.
Yeah, I saw that. I kind of want to try it now. It's been a while since I've done like a classic style JRPG, and I'm kind of starting to crave one.
You should play it. It's fun.
I gotta escape from Gundam and Tarkov.
I'm about to say you're not very good at escaping from Tarkov, so I think you're in trouble, man.
Rule of two. Rule of two.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I'm on the Gundam waiting train like everybody else, except for the PC GBO2 players. I've got a game console.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I really hope we get that going soon.
That's a little late now because it's already anniversary and there's no stream. So unless that's gonna be the announcement, even though they're just talking about the suit. So
Yep. But yeah, as far as what I've been up to, Gundam, and was trying to do some Tarkov, and oh yeah, the Battle Alliance. I can't remember. Wait, did we talk about Battle Alliance last time? I forget when that was now at this point. But either way, Battle Alliance was a thing. That was fun. Actually, pretty excited about the game itself. Other than that, though, my PC died. Was where I was gonna get to there, and it now lives again. So
That's all.
power supply exploded. Is pretty much what happened.
Oof.
Got the green light to go ahead and test another one, so warranty things wouldn't happen. And yeah, we're good. But other than that, the health issues have been a pain. So for anybody watching, if I suddenly get up multiple times during this, then yeah, that's what's going on. But yeah, other than that, that's been pretty much it. Just been trying to stay alive. And then Gundam and Tarkov. So first thing on the list, I guess we could talk about the Jesta, since we only had one suit in between from the last one. So what do we think about this suit?
Magnum, real quick, you said you had a room open for the thing for later, right?
Yeah, no, actually, it's not open yet.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, adjust it then. They're just gonna go ahead and join.
Yeah, I'm setting it open right now. I guess I'll go ahead and go first then real quick, so then I can focus on setting this up. But yeah, the Jesta, pretty meh. I don't know. I mean, it's a general. It's got the defense mode. It's insanely tanky, I guess. If that's, I mean, that's it does its job for being very tanky. But other than that, it's about
And
all.
definitely is the suit.
Yeah.
I mean, to its credit, it hasn't just been phased out of 600 costs. Like, it's
That's
still
what I was about to
consistently
say.
being thrown in there. So, it's a tactical favorite, especially for people who like Federation suits. Also because of the block and the chonk on it and stuff. It's a very um hashtag skill issue kind of suit. So people kind of salivate for doing good in it and shit.
Yeah, and I mean, I think I'm in pretty much agreement with Gustav too. Like, I don't think I think fandom can carry a suit for a little bit, of course, but I don't think if there wasn't something good about the suit, people would still be running it. So, um, I think it seems to have enough carry power to keep it in. And I mean, I don't like to get hit by it, so it slaps around. And it seems like it has decent enough options too. Just being able to defend every now and then isn't the worst thing ever.
Yeah, being able to stun pretty much on just like one beam volley is pretty nice. The defense mode still just feels kind of weird to me seeing that on a general. I don't know. Like,
Well, it started on a general.
yeah, but I mean, like, it's every time I see somebody use it, when I see a general, maybe this is just my support brain. I'm just like, well, I'm gonna turn and shoot at the guy next to you, or I'm gonna shoot at the guy across the way.
It is interesting though because like the way they did it on the Kshatriya seemed like a decent solution just because of all the extra buffers and stuff. And it kind of seemed like they're gonna go that way, and it's like, no, we're bringing it back for another general just to give it another go, I guess.
The main thing with the Kshatriya too, I think what's really interesting as far as the 30% rather than 70%, where it has level 1 instead of level 2. That's what I was kind of curious seeing, and I think it's because too, if you look at the Kshatriya, it pretty much folds its like binders in, so like there's almost no way not to hit a binder. So it's yeah, you pretty much get 80% reduction on any damage coming in at you, other than melee, of course. But for like the Jesta though, it's just a flat 70, which is pretty huge. I mean, raids just do nothing, right? So I just feel like as frontlining, I mean, if you get into certain situations, it could be useful to be able to survive a long time. You know, you maybe spawn in with 2 or 3, and you're waiting for your 2 teammates to come back. Maybe that is where that really comes into play. But I think this time though they kind of did it right, where it actually has the damage. Whereas I think the Mark II definitely needed the buffs to get it there. It didn't pay the gimmick tax, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first suit always has to pay the gimmick tax unless you're like, well, no, yeah, pretty much, yeah.
But
They definitely try to catch it up after the fact, but yeah. Just as I think a better proof of concept at this point.
Oh, sure.
yeah, anything
But
specific?
you can always have sorry, I was just gonna poke fun at the Isaac. Keep going, it's nothing important.
Oh no.
Not again.
Yeah, well, since I already brought it up, I'll just finish what I was gonna say. They've only started with perfection once, and that was with the Isaac, so you can't expect greatness to happen like that again.
It's just too powerful.
Yeah.
It can't be ignored.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be.
It's a threat that cannot be left uncontained.
This is where my insanity started. But yeah, so the as far as it goes, other than like the defense mode, and it doesn't have a dodge roll, correct? If I'm recalling correct.
Nope.
So it's only got
That
maneuver
is
armor.
that's something that it shares with the full armor.
Yeah, so
Except for the ME, which I don't know if they actually adjusted that when they did the adjustments, but like at least it does have the MA on it.
oh yeah, I can't remember. Is there MA? Both?
Because I remember initially,
I'm
I
looking
want
at
to
it
say
now,
the full
yeah.
armor. I want to say the full armor didn't at the time, and that was like one of the bigger issues.
They never gave the full armor maneuver armor, did they? I know it has anti-blast now.
Yeah,
That's what it was. They gave anti-blast. Yeah, it had maneuver armor. Pretty sure
Did
it had
it?
maneuver armor. Yeah.
The full armor. I don't know. I don't remember that.
Hitting down
I
on
think the
that one
suit
because
actually.
otherwise,
I don't think the suit
like
would have needed as many changes.
it did, yeah, if it did, it probably wouldn't have got dunked on as bad.
Wait, wait. So does it have it now?
I don't think so. Like, yeah, Nutrien beat me to it, but I think they just gave it damage control.
Oh, it doesn't have. Okay. Oh.
This is a little odd.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it really paid the gimmick tax. Oh my.
So that's the interesting thing though, right? Like they didn't concede a role to either. The block, I don't know if they actually think that's balancing or if that's just supposed to be the trade-off for a general having it. Especially now that they have like a decent example for like a support. But yeah, they're still kind of holding back on that.
Oof. Okay, well, fair enough. But yeah, other than that, anything specific you want to talk about, like its weapons or anything? I mentioned the charge, with it being a stun and without it. I think that's kind of cool. Still takes 3
Yeah,
ammo no matter what you do.
the rifle is really nice. The missiles are kind of so-so. The bigger thing though is that if you're used to the kind of output that you do with other Jagan types, outside of maybe if you run the D, I wouldn't say worry about it enough to put crazy range parts on it, but just understand that you're not gonna have as easy of a time finishing things off without giving him a couple thwacks.
Definitely have to confirm your hits though. That much is for sure.
Also, the room's up. But anything else with it, Justa?
Oh, it's solid. It's definitely a suit. Bring on the other variants. That seems like it was just an excuse to bring those later.
Okay, here we go. Unicorn time. Let's just jump right into the big one.
Unicorn!
Unicorn!
Thanks, Guso.
You're welcome.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I put 3 exclamations on that one just because I was like, yeah. Has it lived up to the hype yet?
I think so. Either way, because it has that Psyche jamming, it's pretty much just kind of in this cost to stay for 700. Like it's not gonna go away. It's probably gonna be really prominent in clans coming up this weekend. I wouldn't say that it completely trivializes other suits that use funnels or that are funnel heavy, because a lot of them do still have other like damage loops, but it is really frustrating for them. So it's thinned out other comps. In fact, in a lot of cases, the only time that you're not gonna have a bunch of people running it is either if they're sick of the suit or if they just didn't get it.
I thought it was kind of funny.
I feel like we're already at that point.
Oh sure. I thought it was kind of funny, like you know, when Pink Lady put their video out, and what's their name? I think the Twitter is like foot dive kick, mid foot or
yeah,
whatever.
mid foot strike. Yeah.
Yeah. There we go. But Pink Lady put their video out, where they got a whole tour of BB Studios, and you know, I heard some reception to the Unicorn being like, you know, a bit like, you know, oh, it doesn't seem that good, it's underwhelming. But as soon as everybody got to get their hands on it, you know, now as you could probably see in your matches, if you've been playing at all this week, it's been oops all unicorns for the most part in 700.
Yeah.
So it's definitely clicking with people. I just didn't get enough melee boost on NTD, and then just like how powerful you become with if you survive to awaken mode is pretty relevant.
And that's my thing, and that's kind of my question, because I still think, you know, when we talked about the Sinanju before, and kind of my question, what I was curious for you guys, is, you know, Sinanju, we were talking about it pretty much being the dominant thing to see on clan ranked, but I personally think we'll probably see the Sinanju be the thing to see on clan ranked. Or do you think people are going to gamble for that awaken mode for a team? Because I think the Sinanju is a whole lot better straight up front, and if you're just going for points, the Sinanju I think is going to be the way to go. Because you can just stun any, like the people who are new typing with that movement stun, to just stun anything no matter what. Like that's
It's definitely gonna be like, depending on, especially since it's a smaller player pool, I think they're gonna be more prominent. Just because there's, at this point, I think more people are gonna have the Sinanju. But outside of that, I feel like there's still gonna be a fair amount of people that just do it and have a good amount of chunk and just go all in for that mode. Because you literally have a mode that you can just pop as soon as you get hurt a little bit, that you get rewarded for if you actually win the wipe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
so, like,
the crazy part.
The suicidal levels of aggression that you see, especially in more intense matches is just outright rewarded. That's kind of what clan matches are about.
Yeah.
I'm
And
just
then
In
like
terms of just having like big wipes, being able to like rest for a second, and in this case, you just get 6k health and a shit ton of defense, and then you can just do your usual like melee and shit anyway.
yeah, and God forbid you have the new custom part on too. It's like
Yeah.
more free
Mhm.
deeps.
Well,
In fact, I don't think that's enough to nullify the damage down, but it's pretty close, I would assume.
8% is
Definitely
what it
helps.
is. So
Yeah.
it's 20% down, 8% up. That's not too bad.
Yeah, at least he chased some of that off.
The other thing is, what I was thinking though is if we have ace match ever, like ace match ranked or just ace match period, this thing is the king of generals in ace match because now you get that awaken mode, like you're literally
Just can't kill them.
yeah. There's no way like your whole team like it's 1 minute before or 30 seconds before or whatever you get a wipe. Everybody's gonna wait to come back in. You get to go back to your base, heal back up to full health. Like so good. Like that, as long as like, especially in clan ranked, for instance, right? You get whoever you know is going to be the one that's going to just pop off, or you feed them the kills so that they are the ace kind of situation. And you start playing it from the get go. Then you make that be the unicorn. To have the unicorn just be like, okay, cool, I'm healing up, full health. Everybody focus on healing the unicorn up. Awaken mode, full health. That is just, you're not dying. Like that is insane. A full health awakened unicorn is just like, as a support player, I'm like, oh, I hit you, took you to a knee. I'm like, there was one 75% health. I took him to a knee. I was like, boom, pop, let's go. Kshatriya
Immediately gets
beams,
his health
knocked
back.
over. Well, no, this is after unicorn. This is like 70 or after awakened, like 75%
Mhm.
healed up awakened. Took him to a knee, knocked him over, beamed them to death, and I was like, yeah, I still got over a fourth of his health. What is going on here? Like, yes, it's probably got 50 beam defense, but then it has the 20% reduction, and I'm just like, what is this monstrosity of a suit?
And
So,
heaven
yeah.
forbid it actually has a shield for like the bulk of that, so it's gonna be eating random shots or just like
And that's the thing,
shaving
it
off
had
entire
that.
beam based things.
That was the crazy part. It had the shield, so like,
Yep.
the effective
I healed.
HP, it's almost, isn't it 20,000 at that point? Well, no, it's a little bit less because I'm a support technically, so. But it's close to that. It's somewhere between 15 and 20,000 at that point, which is crazy. So, yeah. Raids versus this thing in awakened mode. I'm just like, good luck, Raids. How has that been for you, Emblem? I know he's talking right now.
The matches seem to have seen a little bit. It's kind of funny. I think the Sinaju shuts down raids a little bit harder than Unicorn Gundam does. Like Unicorn hurts, but I can still maneuver armor with easy Z if I'm getting chased down by a unicorn. I'm just crying as I turn the corner because the beam Magnum missed me on my screen, but still did full damage. Just like in the show.
I'm just getting glanced a lot.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about splash damage. You guys, everybody in chat knows what I mean. But yeah, I've been having a pretty rough time. Maybe it's just because everybody is, normally you would have matches and people would be kind of like playing like new Gundam and like Sinaju or something, and you always have the people who are gonna kind of hang back and dirtle, but like I feel like it's not happening as much because people are trying to cash in the NTD into awaken mode. And so
Yeah.
they're pivoting to bunga mode, at least on the enemy team. My team just kind of like derps around and does nothing, and then gets mad when we're getting our asses kicked, and start spamming take to supports when we can't even hold a front line.
Or rage
But
Take the supports. Also, support me. Please,
Yeah.
I beg.
Literally our last game.
Yeah, the matches have seemed a little bit rougher in comparison.
I will say
There's also been a lot of molding about like anniversary brain, a bunch of people coming back to the game for the bonuses and stuff and just kind of generally sucking. I don't know if that's really like a consistent thing, but it's definitely something that's been thrown around since that started.
I saw someone comment on that, and also I got on to try some spins on my alt, just so if I got lucky and got the unicorn, then I could have, tried it out early. But yeah, I've heard that, and I wanted to try, so I was like, okay, this thing's a bit lower ranking. Let's see. So I've gotten into A minus games, and yeah, I think that's more of something that on the lower end definitely is happening because people are coming back that are around that kind of thing. I think it's definitely all the way up to about A, but A plus and up, I haven't seen much more than the usual. But also, now that they tell you when there's a new and returning player, I mean, that was in
Now
like
you
every
know.
game. That was in every game on my alt that I was going into. I haven't seen that pop up hardly at all. I would have to check the VOD, but I don't think I've seen that really noticeably on my main right now. But my other point for the unicorn too, have you guys seen games where people are kind of holding back and just poking a lot?
Yeah, and I was just kind of talking with Chad about that too, Train.
Yeah, like so not only do I either see one team like doing what you did, Emblem, but also I see like the poke start and I'm like depending on the map and what it is, like pretty much the either it's a poke start, one team wants to poke too much, one team wants to bunga too much, and I've seen that disconjointed like gameplay going on recently, especially with the unicorn, like all unicorn teams.
hmm
But
Actually, in terms of the unicorn and like all unicorn teams, especially since clan is gonna be basic, a big part of that, unless you're just gonna have people consistently planning, would be base blast down. I don't know if you guys have seen the kind of output that like cumulative unicorn teams tend to do to the base. I kind of wonder if that's gonna be consistent enough, considering the way that they just kind of loop through like what a couple weapons, and melee typically doesn't do a whole lot for bases either, depending on the suit.
I haven't paid attention to it, but I would only imagine the beam magnum does pretty heavy damage to the base. Is it the magnum itself, or is it the shrapnel zook? I'd have to imagine the magnum.
Yeah, I'm just seeing the Magnum.
they both
Shrapnel.
they're both actually pretty good. Shrapnels are pretty hefty when it comes to destroying bases. That's one of my favorite things to do with the Mark II. Beam Magnum's definitely better in this case. I think it's because of the splash.
Mhm.
I think you're biased, Magnum.
Just a little. Could it be?
Maybe a little bit, but in this case though, I mean it's still not machine gun or melee where they do like
But it's a Magnum.
oh well the Beam Magnum is definitely awesome. Yes.
Oh god.
But I mean I thought you were saying I was biased toward the shrapnel, which is what I was kind of
No.
saying.
No.
The realization has
But
set in.
Oh, by name. Yes.
Oh.
even though I've been beaming on that for the past like 2 days.
Right.
Oh man. But yeah, so I mean it is better though I think for the flat damage, I think. But you can't just discount the shrapnel bazooka too much.
I'll say this though, like I think I think if you'd like to play generals, you're just looking for a solid suit, that kind of starts with more of a kind of like a ranged play style and then transitions into bunga, unkillable new type god mode. That's not a bad choice.
Just downswing cycling on people, no big deal.
Yep, pretty much. And then if you get it, and if you do all the steps and you get it and it doesn't work for you, you got a pretty cool fucking part that is good on like every suit in the video game.
Yep.
So no downside really.
and just for people who I've been arguing with for the well, I guess it wasn't that. It was actually a cool test. We got some stuff found out. I learned that the overtune parts actually go over the cap limit for stats as well. So that's pretty cool. But besides that, I found out that you can also in brawl mode tank the as a support EZZ's low health buffed heavy attack. No big deal. Not even 4,000 damage taken.
Did you get hit by both hits of it too?
Yeah, like it was full
Scary.
on. Not even 4K damage. It was easy mode. Um, But besides that, though, besides the shenanigans that we got into, the next one I want to try though is actually something a little more ranged and beam specific, so that to see if we could actually get as close to 0 as possible. But that's for another day. But for the parts though, the math on it real quick, and luckily I've got the game up. So it's 446. So obviously, if you're more melee focused, you could technically have to transition this to close range parts. But if you are more range or more melee focused, this means you have even more close range slots that you can actually put damage to if you want to. So technically, this is almost a benefit for melee suits. Darn it. My tail.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Why is all range parts bad? No, but anyway, for real though, if the overtune didn't work in the way that it did, because I was like popping off on the overtune range part, it's still almost not part efficient at all on any suit. There's like maybe 3 suits in the game that can actually use the overtune range and it
Yeah.
actually be part efficient, because they cap out without even using like the enhanced firing 5, or they have like 5, 4, and 3 and they cap out or something like that. Anyway, but part efficient wise, so it goes up to 8%, and I guess we're talking about the part here, I guess, but oh well. 8%,
The
and
educational computer.
3% start. So if you want to just talk about the 3% start, that is, let's just say 1 close, or 1, it's technically 1% more, but let's just say 1 close and 1 long in that case, right? We'll just count that the same as far as part slots. Then the 3% for reduced damage. Now the question is this multiplicative or additive stacking? That's going to be the problem here, right? So if it's for the 8%, for instance, in this scenario, it actually is negligible. You're taking 0.04% more damage from having the educational computer than not, if it is indeed multiplicative instead of additive. Now, for the first 4 minutes of the game, 3% to 3%, that's 1 to 1, so you're actually taking the multiplicative penalty. So, if you want to talk about the first 4 minutes of the game, fair enough. But in that case, part wise, and we'll just do the long range parts we'll do the range parts for the part slots here. That would be, let's say you're focusing on one either beam or ballistic and 1 melee, and then melee for the other one. That is 1 close, 2 mid, and 2 long. That's the difference that you're paying for 4 minutes of the game, essentially, right? But for the rest of that, you're technically better than what you would be paying for those part slots, which is, and we'll say since it goes up to 8%, we'll say the level 3 firing or level 3 melee. So that would be 4, then 2 and 3, and then 2 and 3. So that's 3, 4, 7 would be the difference. So it's literally just moving 1 around. And you essentially get all of that, but it's also attack and defense in just 1 part. So that's really what you're trading around, is 3, 4, 7, or if you were doing melee, of course, it would be 7, 4, 3 would be the other way around. So I guess in a few situations where you don't care about the long ones, or you could give up some of the close range ones, then technically the normal parts would be more efficient, is pretty much the end of it. So even though it's an insane part that's pretty much good on everything, if you can't get it, you don't have to feel that bad.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Like, there's other things it can do.
Because while technically the first 4 minutes it's a little bit worse, it's still insanely good, and then for the last 4 it's technically better, but not so much more that it's really like, yeah, you're talking 2%. Now if the defense does stack additively, then it's actually literally 2% damage better, which is you're then taking less damage by 2% rather than taking just 0.04 more. So that's the main differences there. So yeah, math talk done.
Is everyone's brains shift back from going burr?
The short answer is just go well. Get the part.
Just buy it, lol.
We need 2% gains. Go. Or 0.4 even.
If you can't weld, then not that big of a deal. But anyway, it did seem like an overpowered part though to begin with. Like especially when I heard the 10%. When I heard people saying 10%, like I think Gustav, you said that, and then I heard some other people in chat saying that. I was like, oh no, this thing's disgusting. But because I was saying 6, I would say it would probably double. That's what made sense, and I was like, well, that's still pretty part efficient because that's literally the same defense.
Yeah, because it's across the board too for types. So.
Yeah, and that's the other thing. So whereas my scenario was only one type of ranged, it's both, and then it's both melee and range damage. So if you're a general that uses both pretty frequently, the unicorn, then yeah, the part's actually insane. So that's the other side to it. It also depends on your suit. Like it is way better on, suits that use both pretty effectively compared to suits that are definitely one-sided. So I guess that's the other caveat to that. Then, yeah, the part's insane on, like, for instance, the unicorn. Anyway, speaking of the unicorn, back to the unicorn.
Sure thing. I got everything pulled up for it if we need it.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll pull it up on the screen, but if you want to go ahead and start going through the stats. Then...
Sure thing. So 700 cost. HP is 2100, 1000 even. Ballistic resist is 24. Beam resist is 25. Melee resist is 29. Does it really have 50 base in normal mode on its shooting and its range damage modifier?
I want to say so.
50, yes. 50 range strength.
Okay, that's pretty neat.
That's a good start for sure.
20 in its melee modifier in normal mode. Those flip-flop when you go into NTD. So shooting becomes 20, or your range modifier becomes 20, your melee becomes 50. And when you awaken, your shooting becomes 0, and your melee becomes 30. Movement speed is 130. Goes up to 140 when you're in NTD or awaken mode. Boosted speed is 225 in normal and non-NTD. NTD and up is 235. Thruster does not change at 135, or 135, sorry, different number. 75 rather, across all modes. Turn speed is 75 on ground, 87 in space. You have priority 2 on melee. Federation kick for your counter, and you slap people and shoot them in the face with your special low health counter. Priority 4, part slots going from top to bottom are 18, 19, and 16. As far as the weapons go, you have the standard damage fall off for melee for each of the weapons. 100% on the first hit for each one. 50% for the single saber, Tonfa as well. But the double saber only has a 30% fall off, and you deal 70% of your damage with the double sabers. As far as the modifier goes on the directionals, neutrals are all full damage, 100%. Side swings for Saber and Saber 2 is 75. Tonfa does full damage on side swings. And the downswing modifier is 130 on a single saber, 160 or 80 times 2 on the double saber, and a Tonfa has a 150% downswing modifier.
Okay, that's gross. The 150. Ooh.
Disgusting.
Yeah. That's like what? 3? Well, here I have it here. 3,500 base. Oh my goodness.
Let's take people to straight bungus. So the beam magnum does 3,600 damage. You have 5 shots before you have to reload.
Mm.
You can fire 1 shot every 5 seconds. Takes 14 seconds to reload. Range is 350. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Stagger value. Oh, that's not it. Oh, jump down. Hold on. Okay. Actually, JP Wiki doesn't have the stagger percentage for some reason. So I don't know. I don't know what it is. There's probably people in chat have just figured it out on their own, but yeah, there's no number for it, unfortunately.
I think it's close to 50.
I could believe that.
I mean, we can see it in
but
the
it
dual
does
mode.
work like a, yeah, it does work like a bazooka, and you can just shoot the ground at people's feet, and it has a blast, and it'll stun people. Arm beam saber is 2900 power. Ready up time is 0.77, so it's not the quick load up, but it is pretty good. Vulcans are 150 power, 40 bullets in the mag. Reload time is 11 seconds. Range is 200. Skip DPS. Stagger value is 6%, so it should be able to stagger most things in 17 hits. Hyper Bazooka Shrapnel is 2500 power or 250 power. Man, my numbers are hard. Don't work full time and do live content on the internet to everybody at home.
Don't crunch numbers. It hurts the brain.
Numbers.
Has 5 rounds. You can fire 1 shot every 6 seconds. Range is 200, but keep in mind you get a little bit of extra range when the shell explodes. Let's see. It fires 11 like shrapnel shards when it explodes out, and they each have 15% stagger value.
Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty big.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
but
that's
you can't.
What, 165?
Yeah, so you can't actually stun that. Wait, is it 160 or 166?
Well, 15 times 10 is 150, so one more would be 165, right?
Yeah, but is it 160 or 166 for the damage control 2?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
It just goes up by 30, right? Each level.
Okay, so that's why I'm still getting stunned with that, even though they're hitting the wing on the Kshatriya.
Kshatriya. Yeah, Kshatriya is a big boy. I bet it takes all the fucking blast. Back beam sabers have a power of 2900. Swap time is still 0.77. Tonfa has a attack power of 3500 though, and the swap time is 0.33. So he had those fast swaps. Fast swap.
Also, the cooldown time is 2 seconds on both, where the base one has 2.5 before it transforms.
Yeah. They want you to take people to Unga Bunga Combo Pound Town.
Is it possible to get 4 melees off?
I think the down swing will be too long with the 2 hits on the saber.
I think it's typically 3, assuming that you initiate with the 1, you can get like the others in.
Sure, I could see that.
I've seen several people try 4. That's why I'm wondering if anybody's seen that, because I've been like
maybe if you're really tight and perfect timing or something, kind of that one suit. No, I think it was the whatever. Anyway, Jar Jar or whichever. But shield is a large. HP is 10,000. When you're in NTD, it has an eye field effect, which just means it takes less beam damage.
Oh, I literally just realized. I know you just mentioned it, but looking at it, until I saw it, I didn't really pay attention. But yeah, it literally goes from 50 range in melee and 20 melee to 20 range and 50 melee. That's funny.
Also, the descriptor for the awakening skill says that the damage goes down by 20%.
Does it actually have a percentage in the skill name?
Yeah.
Or description?
Yeah, it's you cool. Lose 20% of your damage but you take 20% reduced damage.
That's cool. I don't know if they've ever had like the straight numbers in the description before on the game. That's cool.
Also, I heard NTD takes 70 health a second.
It was taken off by like 10 or something. I don't know. I haven't had it though, so we'll go with that. Maybe it's in here. Hold on a second. Okay, it says according to the JP Wiki, it's 75 a second. After the 45 seconds or whatever, or is it 30? No, it lasts 45, right? After the time is up, NTD doesn't end, right? You just have the option to activate Awaken mode.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, pretty neat. Here, I'll go over the skills real fast. Unicorn has, in normal mode, Unicorn has Leg Shock level 3, Emergency Evasion level 1. That's a dodge roll. Balancer, Force Inject 2, Air Control level 2, High Performance Ambac level 2, Combo Controller 1, High Performance Counter level 1, Explosive React, or sorry, not Explosive Reactive Armor, Anti Blast, Leg Cushioning level 1, High Performance Radar, and NTD. And then when you transform, your leg shock stays the same. Dodge roll boosts up by 2 levels to level 3. Bounce to level 1. Force inject goes up to 3. Air control increases to 3. And back stays the same. You get I'm not sure what skill this is. JP probably has a weird name for it. Optimization of waste heat efficiency. Reduces initial thrusting consumption by 20% when using fast movement and jumping. Continuous attack. Okay, combo controller 1. Still the same counter program. You gain maneuver armor level 1. Sub anti blast. Attack. What is it called? Offense system. The one that not makes you not get staggered when you're attacking.
That's it.
Yeah, on the JP side they call it attack attitude control.
Yeah.
Special leg cushioning goes up to level 2. You gain the eye field effect for your shield. Personal radar stays the same, and you get the awakening ability boost.
I will say this is literally all the skills.
And the other skill I was talking about, the weird name, is actually optimized cooling efficiency.
Yeah, with the 20%. Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, this is crazy. Evasion 3, Force Injector 3. I mean, the only thing that it could do to really get much better with the skill list is have Maneuver Armor 2, which I'm glad they haven't put that on a general yet.
On
Time
what?
for them
As
to
maneuver armor?
immediately put it on.
No, Maneuver Armor 2.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Level 2.
They should give it MA3.
For real, I mean, literally, when like that's Awaken mode. No.
just go on.
But like it's actually insane how many skills it has. I mean, with the maneuver armor and offensive system, it's just like, yeah, you have to, if it's boosting or meleeing, you have to build up stun on this thing. And then if you're hitting the eye field, it's like also the same thing. It's just gross. Like
There's a lot of protections, yeah.
there's, as long as it's boosting or meleeing, pretty much can't stop this without build up. And that's just, yeah. The only time you can actually stun this thing back with just a normal stun is if you're the Sinanju or it's shooting back at you.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy. Also, when you were going through that and talking about it, I just actually had this realization. A little while ago, I was complaining, being like, man, beams, just these beams, I can't, my aim, okay, all I need them to do is just to make a beam rifle, and, you know, it acts like a bazooka and I can just shoot the ground and stun somebody. That would be my beam rifle. The beam Magnum.
Oh,
There it is.
They knew.
Oh my goodness, I can't believe
Now,
it. I
just aim, lol.
as soon as you were just, as soon as you said just like a bazooka, I'm like,
Whoa.
oh, this was my rant a while back, complaining about my aim.
Magnum's
Well,
neurons activated, like, oh, it's finally happening.
now I just need
roll.
now I need beam Magnum cannons that do that.
The Masala's already out, Magnum.
They should retroactively give that to the Masala or like the detector.
It does have it already, doesn't it?
Wait, does it?
Don't the Masala cannons do splash damage? Or am I just
They're massive. I don't remember if they do splash.
Have I just
though.
been, experiencing lag too much? I thought they did have splash.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think we talked about. I've got the suit here somewhere. But yeah, as far as it goes, I think that's everything for the stats, though, right? Like, absolutely disgusting suit. As far as, especially when Awaken hits. I mean, that's the craziest thing. You can literally do your job better than any general after Awaken mode hits, and you have enough health. But I think that's its only Achilles heel is if you can hurt it enough before it gets into NTD mode, then it almost destroys itself.
That being said, the countdown thankfully isn't very long.
Because how long is it actually?
And not in
How
the
long is
suit
what?
anymore. The actual NTD.
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's 45 seconds. Hold on, let me go back.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
shit, I'm not in the suit anymore.
If it's focused, if it's full
Yeah, 45
focus, they
seconds.
do have AOE suppressing explosion. So yeah, it does. I remember it now. Yeah. So yeah, Masala did have it first.
All your boxes have been checked, man. You know the 2 suits you need to play from now on.
Not the Masala still.
Pretty much a support.
That's how it feels. I could give it a go again though. Kind of cool.
Don't do
But yeah,
it.
45
Don't
seconds.
fall to temptation.
Oh yeah, that's right. I don't actually have it at its base cost though, so nope, can't try it. Oops.
Yeah, they gave me the level 2 on Ginny as well. The audacity in this game.
Okay, so we need one volunteer to hop in for the other part of the 2v2.
Oh, Rhino, it's time. I had Rhino standing by.
And we can go ahead and do the 2v2 thing. And kind of talk about that mode at the same time. But anything else on the unicorn?
Unicorn!
Mm-mm.
Unicorn's pretty neat. Just don't fall for the giant forehead trap known as Minerva.
Oh, no.
Audrey Byrne has a billboard forehead. If you have a problem with it, join this room right now and come at me, bro.
Wait, did I? Oh, okay.
Also, Gustav, are you in a match?
No. I didn't think we were
Okay.
actually doing the 2v2 thing. Damn it.
But yeah, we'll do that to show it off and to also talk about it. So let's.
We literally already did this and did videos about it.
Oh yeah, I guess we did.
Haha. But that wasn't on the podcast. Let's go.
So yeah, 2v2 mode. Any unless we have any other random things to say about the unicorn other than what was said. I forgot I already said that. Okay, here we go.
You guys are in trouble. Me and Ryan are going to take y'all to Pound Town. Dude, man, speaking of
Yeah,
duel
man,
mode,
private
while we're getting
gate.
started, I saw this hilarious Yu-Gi-Oh meme on Twitter. It was like the excerpt from the Yu-Gi-Oh manga when Pegasus was reading Yugi's hand. And it was like, Yugi, it's useless. I can see your cards. And his hand was fucking Ash Blossom, Max C, just like all the fucking out of hand shutdown cards. And it showed like Shook Pegasus at the bottom, and the fucking surrender button was right next to his face. That shit was hilarious. Like, yep, that sounds about right. I got on my Discord. I have to pull it up.
Oh yeah, by the way, the oh, that's awkward. 30% on the stun, by the way. Someone found it on the wiki for the B Magnum.
Oh, it didn't show up on mine. Maybe the translate made it go away. Oh wait. Fuck. Why did that swing come out that way? Okay, whatever.
No.
Thanks, Beneji.
Whoop, wrong button. Ah, that's been my only flaw with me playing this right now is the button nonsense. And missing like that. Ugh.
Ah,
Yes!
crap.
Boom! Big animation.
I was like
Yes.
adjacent to you. How did it even like get me, man?
Oh, we're literally doing the same thing right now, just waiting for the heal. That's funny. Oh.
I'm gonna fight Gustav because I literally can't hurt Magnum anymore.
No. No. What? No. How did I not dodge roll there? Ah. Well, I'm dead.
Oh, this sucks.
So yeah, pretty much the 2v2, the biggest complaint that I think most people have said is like being forced to draw back in not being able to really communicate with a
Hmm.
teammate when you wanna go back.
So people have been talking about that and how it's very similar to like Extreme Versus in that regard, but it's like Extreme Versus is also a lot faster.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and it's not like
So especially in like lower costs or when you're out of boost, like you're not just floating around or just like waiting a couple seconds. You're waiting like sometimes it feels like a half minute to get your ship back.
no, no, I
Oh
died in the
wow, I
tackle
killed you.
or dodge roll.
You like died mid roll.
But that's kind of been the weird part with it, is just like, I just want them to put in like a 5-second, 10-second timer. I think that would be perfect though. Like if it was 5 or 10 seconds, no big deal,
Ow.
and we're good. Oh, he got his stun reduced before I could hit him. No. Yeah, pretty much what we were talking about. The raid's killable, but the awaken mode, yeah. No. But the awaken mode gets a little crazy.
Good game. Oh, for sure. Just go. I don't mind trading off a little bit of damage to be a unkillable juggernaut. Seems pretty cool.
And really, that's the other thing. The base damage on everything in NTD mode is just so high that it's like you're really not trading that much. Like it's, you just keep NTD mode going all day without any damage reduction. You just be like decimating everything, no big deal. Like I think that's, as far as a support player goes, that's kind of been the one thing, is when I see an NTD mode coming at me and I am in a suit that has no melee resist, I'm like, oh no. But yeah, so that is the 2v2 mode. Have you guys actually got any games like other than just soloing? Have you tried to duo with anybody?
No, I usually just stick to rated. As it is, I don't like duos even in M-Bond, so.
I played one quick match of it, and I thought it was kind of neat that when you do it in quicks or whatever, they like show your how many wins you have in a row or whatever.
Is it in a
So they
row
keep
or
track
is
of
it
it.
like,
I was assuming they were on a streak because I had wins on my in customs and it didn't show at all, unless it just only keeps track of quick match stuff.
I think it's just your quick match wins. Like I think they're just showing how many wins you have the entire time it's going to be up for, just the, till they take it down, because
Mm-hmm.
I saw somebody with like 200 or something like that and I'm like, what?
Ooh.
And then like I've still got one even though I played like the first day and then yesterday a little bit. I've had a couple here and there. Tried a duo queue once, never found anybody. So that's been my kind of like downside with it. I wish they would be a little bit more lax on the ranking required to actually match people, because it's been slightly oof. But yeah. Other than that, I guess if you have a big enough gap kind of thing, it might find a game faster, or probably it's just not enough people are queuing at higher or something. I don't know. Kind of odd. But oh, I will say, I did get a lot of hate mail though. I've got a lot of 2-line messages, so it's been pretty good, the amount of hate mail that I've gotten out of it. I'm just like, I will say the queue. So Gustav, have you not tried the quick match at all?
No.
So like, one of the funny parts about it is they actually require you to do like all supports or support generals or general raids, support raids, and you just pretty much pick which one you're going, and kind of like that. So it's kind of interesting that they make everybody play the same type of suit
That's really
sometimes.
weird. I'm definitely not playing none.
Like it tells you at the on the quick match thing which one it is.
Mhm.
So at least it's up front like that. But it's like, for the next 2 hours it's all raids, and it's like,
Yeah, I
okay.
thought that was interesting.
But and then that's like, okay, time for me to get hate mail for the next, it's like it's all generals at this cost. Time to get hate mail because my teammate's gonna be like, you suck. I don't play this. So yeah, it's been kind of funny with
I
that.
know.
But okay. So that is the 2v2 duel mode, full edition. I hope they do some changes with it, which they tweaked Brawl, and I think Brawl is actually in a pretty good spot. I would be curious to know if this became like a ranked mode type thing, and we either just have 1v1s or they try to do this 2v2s, and after they tweak it for a bit. That would be kind of
It's a
interesting.
possibility.
Yeah,
I
I can
hope
see it
not,
evolving.
but it's a possibility.
I mean, they should just go ahead and make a MOBA game mode while they're at it too. I know we talked about this. And I know Gustav loves those, so I think that's the next evolution of the game.
But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the anniversary stuff. So, I guess I'll go ahead and mention this here. The only one that I was hyped about was the Zeong, of course. But yeah, level 4's got added a bunch of suits. Kind of interesting. Didn't expect some of these. And a level 4 for each Schneid. I did not know we were already up to level 4 for each Schneid being a thing. But I guess it is. And then, speaking of that, the limited missions, I guess. Or actually, here, go ahead and I'll be right back. Go ahead and give your guys' overall thoughts so far of what do you think about the anniversary and stuff, and then yeah, I'll be back.
So far,
Train.
it's pretty similar to the last year. The fact that we're also going to be getting, at least at some point, those token packs with literally level boosted token suits, as well as the like unicorn pilot swag that they've already shown in some of those other pictures on the JP end. Like, it's all part of the course right now.
I want a Dyson vacuum. Gustav, while Magnum's not here, this is now a Octopals podcast. Yeah, I got
Oh my
Tressa.
god.
Woo.
Did
Yeah,
you?
Tressa.
I'm still trying to spin
Rolls
for
for the win. But yeah, I haven't hated the stuff that they're doing for the anniversary. If maybe it's just because well, I guess we would always have GBO days, but maybe because they added the free 10 spend with GBO days, it feels like we're getting a little bit more. On top of the I don't know, just the extra stuff that they've been doing, like not just with the in game but out game as well.
Yeah, the although a lot of that, if we're talking about them also doing that TV spot and whatnot, it's very much more of a JP thing, and it was also just
Sure.
like a different version of the trailer, and that was about it to my understanding. Like, one thing that was kind of a shame is that we didn't get like a developer stream like we have in the past. This other announcement, I'm assuming, is just another PV, just to hype up what's probably going to be like the Banshee or the Rosen or whatever.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. Like, I wonder if they're going to do something like they're doing tonight with the reveal for like each week's student anniversary, because I think that would be really pretty cool. Yeah, I think it'd be a cool like step for them to do, at least for something like this, especially since I still don't get why BB doesn't really like hype up the event until a few days before it starts.
Yeah,
I still don't really get
a little
that.
weird.
Yeah.
Oh, welcome back.
So I guess what was talked about. We catch up because I heard the hype stuff and the TV commercial. That was pretty cool.
That's pretty much it.
Okay, that was it. Okay, cool. What do you think as far as like each week? I know we kind of talked before that it felt a little front loaded last anniversary. As far as the stuff for each week, and we'll go through those. I think they did a little bit better this time with limited missions each week of some decent suits, and hopefully the banners and stuff will be pretty hype, which I guess we'll find that out obviously more next week than this week, but assuming we get or depending on what they show us tonight, but
still got some time on that too.
Yeah, about 2 hours. But it definitely feels like they're extending a little bit. Like before, it was like one suit. I would have liked to have seen a new suit included in the missions personally, but I kind of like the idea that they have the limited missions in like chunks for each week. It probably drives engagement a little bit more because you have to work for each one instead of having the entire duration to grind for it. And maybe for like most players, it wouldn't be big deal regardless, going to play just as much. But I do think there are people, or there are a lot of people where, you know, forcing them to get on if they want those suits, if they don't already have them, because they're only available for a short period of time, is a pretty good call.
I guess
I would just like to see the Hangar. I want them to do the Hangar thing where you get the guaranteed like multiplier again, instead of it being like increased chance percentage or whatever.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
That would be cool.
I know the rated thing, if we're talking about like anniversary brain and stuff like that, the fact that you have to do it for both suits and you have to do a maximum of 25 for rated means a lot of people who normally won't do that are gonna get further into rating and have to do it for the first time. Like, it'll be interesting to see if they stick with it after that, or if they're just gonna get like slapped around so bad it's just like, yep, that was just for that and nothing else.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I really liked the token benefit that they had this time around. They didn't do that last year. Like they kept the same formula of the tiered bonuses based on how long you've been playing, but they had the token rewards as well. Maybe next year they won't be cowards and give the token, like, that you get all the steps of the tokens leading in instead of and how all the other ones work, you know, instead of just the one. But yeah, free tokens on top of free spins is something that I like to see.
Yeah, the free spins are nice. The extra free spin, though, sadly, it was like everything. So it was like pretty much the normal free spin. So I was kind of hoping it would be like of this lottery, not just, you know, the like the 80 free boxes only instead here's 90 kind of thing. But yeah, so it definitely turned into repeat / weapon shop from everything. So that was kind of oof, but definitely it was, yeah, definitely nice to see them add another 10, which for newer players is definitely huge though. So that's one thing, which is something they also did this time. But I have one complaint about their new player thing. You guys see that they got rid of the tickets? I think when we were talking about it during the thing, we were like, "Oh, cool! They added suits to it." But yeah, they actually took away the 10 tickets per each 10 mission, which was pretty big rip.
But he took stuff out. I had heard they added. Was the other way around?
Well, they more DP, same tokens, and then they swapped the tickets for
like Hangar tickets.
No, a recycle shop tickets.
Right. So they just make it less. They just made them worse for some reason.
So training reward is changed from 10 recycle tickets to the G line light armor.
Oh, I see. So it's you just get a different suit.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure all of these are, I mean, they're okay, but they're not like crazy, and also at the same time, I think they can buy them pretty quickly with DP, newer players can, so I mean, personally for me, if I made a new account, I would want the tickets. Like, if they just up that to 20 instead, or like just added the suit to it, I think that would be great, but I feel like this is almost a nerf.
I think to them it just kind of looks better on paper, just because it's just them shelling out suits, but yeah.
Especially there's the Gyogug Marine is the other one. Like the G-Line Light, pretty good. Still see that every now and then. Gyogug Marine definitely needs a buff. Full Armor Gundam, level 1. And then I guess Hyzak Custom. For supports, Hyzak Custom, not the worst. I can deal, but Full Armor definitely needs a lot of help. And then you got Haimo Zaku late model for the intermediate ground, and then the GM Custom is the other one. So, I mean, I guess both of those work for generals, but still, slightly awkward, I think.
That's better than nothing, I guess. At least they're starting to get people some. At least they're going to have some stuff if they come in and start out or whatever, I guess, right?
I mean, I guess that's more the main thing. That way they don't have to wait. They've got a couple of different suits they can actually take in and do stuff with. So, but
it does mean though that if they actually were in the ticket shop, then those are a little less relevant, and they might be probably not phased out, just in case people don't want to do the practice, but they might as well be. Just because you can literally get them for free.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right, Magnum.
All right. What?
Oh, keep going. I was just being a host and breaking the silence.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. I was swapping over to the next screen. So as far as the limited suits, so we have for week 1, Breach Knight, GM2 Striker, Semi Striker, Close Combat for week 2, and the Jiwagu. Then we have the Jetta D type and the Gigan Space type for week 3, and then week 4 is just the Goof Heavy Arms. Which I'm hyped for that suit, but
Arguably one of the worst clan match suits possible.
I kind of forgot it existed.
And
When I saw, it, I was like, "Is that one new?"
Been the reaction
like...
that yeah.
It literally had like a 2-second cameo in Unicorn 2, which is the only reason it's even in there.
Yeah, I think after this anniversary, there's gonna be like maybe 3 of us that play it.
I know I won't.
You'll probably see like a rash of people try to get in with it when it first starts becoming more common. Like you're seeing more semi strikers and stuff too, which is funny.
Well, the Schneid is scary, so I definitely that's actually the big win here, I guess. And the close combat's pretty good. The Gigan Space type, play 250 space. That thing is insane. It literally is just a low cost draw C support, pretty much. But
I haven't had a match of it, but I'm ready to play my semi striker.
But overall, I think that's kind of more the wins there for the 3 weeks. I don't know about the semi striker too much, but overall the oh, and then there's the different patterns that we've gotten before. Correct?
It's like Hex and
yeah,
something else.
Which I kind of was like, So it's definitely, there's nothing really too new with the limited missions, and I think that's what you guys already said. That's kind of hoping, maybe the last week would have been something actually new, but who knows? Maybe they surprise us again with the new limited mission suit right after the anniversary.
Week or some
Maybe we'll get something
Let me
high new on the last week.
Let me just,
Oh.
let me just put my tinfoil hat on here, nice and snug. I'm ready for round 2, boys.
Oh no, my wallet is not ready though.
Overall, let's see, that's pretty much the limited stuff. New player and returning player bonuses are always nice. Clan stuff, that's been a staple thing. The tokens, I know we pretty much talked about this last year. I'd be curious to know exactly what we said. But how do you feel about the growing based on the days you've played rewards rather than what they did 2 years ago, which was just a flat like 78 tokens to everybody? This one being 39 tokens to everybody, and then up to 89 if you've played more than 900 days.
That's pretty nice.
New players get fucked. No. I personally like it, but I also got a higher payout on both of my accounts. So I could be biased. But I mean, even the base amount is enough for a 10 spin, right? So
yeah.
Like I think that's pretty relevant. I don't mind them hitting like an average to reward players that have been playing longer. To potentially get more.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay with it.
Especially at this point, we're talking 4 years. Like, you've got to get something for that.
Yeah.
But it'd be kind of interesting to see them do something more for the base. Though, the plus 10 is 100 days. So, I mean, like, if you've been, unless you're just literally starting, or, you got to at least have been playing for a third of the year. So.
Like, most returning players are probably getting at least the first step.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You're at least getting 49, so I guess that's really the good average. And then if you've been playing at least a year since it's been out, 59, no big deal. So, really, the 600 games and the 900 games is where days, is where it gets more intense, right? So I guess it does kind of average out pretty reasonably, I guess. I'm just curious if they're going to do some extra tokens later or something. Probably not.
Yeah, I was about to say I'll take it, but I doubt it.
Week 2 though,
BB doesn't speak extra token
Right?
Extra token, disgusting.
Extra? Did you say you want
Want more?
recycle ticket?
Yes.
More.
No, even worse. The Hangar ticket?
Oh, right. Oh, my goodness. You want
One
4
star.
stars?
They'll give you a bunch of.
Toolbox?
You want bronze tickets?
No, Gustav, it could be worse than hanger tickets. They could give you cosmetic tickets, my dude.
Oh no.
Oof.
Yeah.
There's nothing
She's
with
still collecting
Dahlia.
dust up there.
Yeah.
You go say hi to Dahlia, you say.
Yeah, I mean the only thing
Who?
you're gonna tell her is Happy Booba Day because that's apparently a thing
Yeah.
today.
For those of you in chat who may not know, Dahlia is the nice lady, the tank top that hangs out on top of the supply counter that you've probably never talked to.
Who keeps trying to make you shill for her even though she has
Yeah.
nothing to give you.
He's like,
Mhm.
hey, you brought me a diamond, right? What do you do
No,
again?
you brought me a new haircut, did you?
Did you bring me any cosmetics? Then maybe.
Yeah, that free ticket is collecting dust still.
Yeah, I still have mine. Remain unused. Unless something changes, of course. Please.
That should be the announcement. That should be the final announcement after the anniversary's done. That they're finally gonna update her shot.
I don't know. I would believe the servers are closing before that happens, Gustav.
Right before Tornado Gundam comes to fucking Moonlight Butterfly the world, she's like, I finally figured out a hairstyle.
Yeah, the promotional cut's gonna be Dahlia with like a hairstyle magazine in her hands. Like I found out, I've learned it, I figured out more, and then like they just like pan up and fucking turning Gundam, just like putting particles everywhere. Like fuck.
It's got the red eyes and everything. I'm like, well.
Well, damn.
But yeah, the next week thing that we've got coming up for the anniversary is we're getting 6 suits, and then it goes up to something that I was just like, well, I guess I don't have to play it, guys, because I am getting it tomorrow night. Whoops. So the 6 suits that they're giving out first is level 1s of all of these: the Jigen, the Dryson for the generals, Babu and Rick Diaz 2 for the raids, and Zeta plus C1 and Nemo 3 for the supports. And support wise, awesome for the first one. And literally, I think we were just talking about how there's been some suits that kind of almost replaced the Nemo 3 at this point.
Pretty much everything.
Yeah. So, oops. I think the Babu and the Rick Diaz are pretty solid. Would you say, Emblem?
I would say so. I like the Babu.
Still a fan.
And
And
that's
then
one for Cardo Diaz.
Dryson still, I think, is absolutely disgusting, even though they've nerfed it. And then the Jigen is pretty solid. So, can't go wrong there with those. That's pretty nice. Then, if you have played 100 to 300 days in order, the Tristan and the Z2 get added to that stack of suits. Something that I'll finally get that I finally, or wait, I think I already got it, but took forever, and then now they're giving it for free. The full armor Hyaku Shiki. That's going to be pretty nice. And then, if you played 900 days or more, you get the Masala level 1. So, oops. Guess I'll probably be playing that after tomorrow.
Prepare yourself for the chicken.
I've only heard good things about like that in the Z2 at least. So should have a good time. If you like bullying raids for some reason, it's like bullying raids like
Why
kicking
would
puppies.
you ever?
Yeah, like who the fuck would
So
ever do that?
downtrodden and hurt.
Yeah, it's like going out in the rain and finding a box of puppies and just like destroying their box and then chasing them around. Like that's what people who bully raids are. Yeah, monsters.
Pressing my X key right
Except
now
that
and my
those
X button.
puppies sometimes just maul your fingers off. Are they just sweet little devils?
Oh yeah, just don't put your fingers near their mouth, okay?
I don't know. I would say they're more like angry rabbits or something.
They're like that one guy that just keeps like the most dangerous spider in the world is a pet. Like, oh, don't worry, it's friendly.
Yeah. That's
Tries
more
to
like the
put it on
raid.
your hand or whatever.
Yeah, that's what raids are.
I was talking to Chastity here, but I disagree. They're misunderstood souls and stuff. like
Oh,
those
no.
Gundam main characters, like Camille. You know,
Good old Camille.
I'll just sit up on my tower and have support hubris. What is a support then?
support's like the king of bullies. You know, they're like never learned their lesson. They think they're cool because they 2v1. They're like king of the horde. Especially the Isaac. Isaac is like master commander. I can't believe it has an attack where it summons another suit. But yeah, heckin' supports, man.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That
it's
was
so
pretty
hard
good.
to be a support and get bailed out by my team every time I'm in trouble.
See, here's what I have to say.
Listen to what I have to say.
I think supports are more big brain, and the raids are more like the bullies who are just bunga, and we're thinking 20 steps ahead, big braining it over here, and
Well, Magnum, with that hat on, you have to because half of your kit is turned off in the current, rated right now.
It's very
So-
unfortunate.
Oof.
Gotta make up for your
Oof.
aim meta. That's why he's in
Those
the
aren't-
unicorn
those
right
reds
now.
aren't
as we
raids; they're
speak.
blues, my dude. Okay, they just have NTD on. Oh no, Magnum turned off himself.
Oh no. the rebuttal just faded him out.
I have
Not
nothing. Only
there he
the
is.
brain remains.
Only the
Only the
brain
brain.
remains. Oh my god. Well, yeah. Well played. Guess I'll vanish now.
Head empty, only brain.
But yeah. Back to stuff and things. What we got?
Yes. Mm.
So then we have the Hangar event, which you already mentioned the big complaint there, and I completely agree. I think they should have both the bonus thing with the like 3 times or whatever, and chance at like big successes or whatever. Only that should be like the howling success, and then you can go ahead and just get your double benefit right out the gate. But maybe that's asking too much, apparently. And the other thing I don't like with this is, unless you've played for 900 days plus, and even if you have, you only get 100 of the enhancement and all the Hangar stuff for the other tickets and boxes for 4 stars.
Mm.
That's pretty oof. Like, I will say I'm at the point of almost running out of boxes for upgrading 4 stars because
I'm already at it 2s and 3s.
Every time I get started, I just like get bored and like I don't want to do this anymore. Just stop. As I need to.
I mean that's pretty much, yeah. That's what I've done. Though with the 4-star stuff, it's been like, okay, let's fully upgrade the Kshatriya. Oh, okay, I'm out of boxes. Oh, so like actually I think I got more boxes still, but the tickets are just pretty much gone. It was just like Kshatriya and done. That was a little oof. But any other thoughts with the container one or the container 3 enhancement stuff?
I just kind of view it as like, I wouldn't say the frosting on the cake. It's like the jimmies, the sprinkles. It's kind of like non-parallels, It's a little bit of decoration on your anniversary cake.
Mm.
And here's like,
They taste like plastic, but they look pretty.
Yes, exactly.
for me though, and this is why I'm like hoping they're still doing more stuff, but week 4 is like whatever the icing of the icing is. Like the food coloring or something of
That's
the
the
icing.
that's the fondant. Right? You're not supposed to eat.
Yeah, like or like if you get one of those cakes from Walmart, it's the clear plastic covering.
Oh god.
This is week 4 for me because they're giving out the level 4 defense parts, which is nice, but those should be like in the DP store because we're already well past the level 5s coming out.
That's right. They're not in there yet, are they?
And apparently someone said the level 5s are actually in the ticket shop somewhere. They didn't say that they were putting them in there like they did the last time, unless I'm actually missing something. Which, if I am, I would be glad to be wrong, because um, I would definitely like to go get these. And if they're in there, then cool. But if they didn't announce it, like, come on, like the level 5 parts are pretty big, especially nowadays with suits they can actually put on, maybe more than one.
Mm.
And even then, so the level 4 parts, I mean, the firing program I think is actually in the DP store, and you can actually get it. But the level 4 defense parts, they're definitely not, which that's a big oof. So that should have been the first thing, and it should be like the level 5 defense parts, or at least put them in the ticket shop, because, yeah. Other than that, though, the bonus parts, I still don't think are even that crazy. For bronze, special leg buffer level 3, thruster control system level 3 as well, which you just, again, DP store those. That's really big oof. Then special or space frame level 1 and space frame level 2 for the 600 and 900 days, which are cool parts, but still I'm kind of like, slight meh.
And a side note, the audacity of this team I'm with: single cannon Dom and a fucking Isaac on 400.
He's gonna show you what good is, Gustav.
Yeah, time to triple down and be Jim Dominance with Beam. They fucked up. I'm not on Gus right now.
I mean, I like the Isaac and the Dom single though at 400. Is that level 2 or level 1?
I want
Is
to
there
say
level
that's.
2?
Is there a level 2 actually?
That's what I'm saying. If it's not level 2, he's 50
This is
under.
Yeah, he's an undercost then.
Oof.
I don't remember actually. I don't know if we're actually going to talk about it later, but we are going to be getting some level boosted, at least like token suits soon.
I was actually going to talk about it right now before we get into the next thing. And because I was asked in chat, so because apparently the weapons are
Yeah,
already in the ticket
the
shop.
level 2 Gelgig G rifle is actually in there. I bought it yesterday. I was like, hold on, that's weird.
So
Hey.
yeah,
That was before they posted the announcement even on the JP Twitter.
yeah. So I went in and brought up the link that they have on the Battle Operation website here. We're gonna get the same kind of token packs that you can get. So if you get the base one, you get a level 2 Zaku half cannon and a level 2 G Gelgug, and then if you the next one up, you get the unicorn back with the 2 beam sabers, and then if you get the whatever the next step up version of that is, you'll get the head, the unicorn head, fully open.
I've already seen people running around with it too.
Does it actually? Can they get it to where it closes and opens? That would be awesome if they could do that.
That would be cool.
That'd be amazing.
Also,
But yeah, the physical like point packs or tickets are already out because they're also doing that Dyson lottery.
oh yeah,
I'm
Sorry,
assuming
Tree
those
Monster,
aren't
give it up.
actually. I'm assuming
Give
those
that
aren't
Dyson.
actually the prizes. Yeah, give it that back. Let's go. I said that in the Discord yesterday.
That's where it was. Yeah.
I saw the thing. I think they're doing like the it said something about like portraits or whatever. So I'm like, maybe they're
Yeah, I
giving
think
out
it's like
art,
sign. They had a special artist.
like a signing from yeah.
Yeah, so they got like signature pieces of the art for I think like the unicorn and stuff. Because that banner that looked a little different than the usual kind of stuff was actually someone else who did that. That's why it stuck out the way it did, even
Oh,
though it
okay.
It's
wasn't
kind of like
the.
it's got the splash art from Double Zeta that they gave out too, right? Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. I wouldn't mind being able to roll for one of those being in the lottery.
Okay. So
Oh boy. Oh no.
let's see. Next on the list, banner. The which I mean now it's gone. So, but there was a 72-hour banner that was kind of cool. Had some okay stuff in it. Sadly, I got baited by it and got a white rider instead of getting the black rider or the Barzam custom. I was hoping to get Reap, but yeah. We talked about the step up being a thing, so skip over that one and the part. Essentially, we talked about the 80 free boxes and the other free boxes, so GBO days. The main thing to point out here is GBO days. They're going to be doing each day will be 10 boxes, and you're guaranteed 1 2-star mobile suit and 1 3-star mobile suit or higher. Oh, speaking of the guarantee stuff, guess what I got again, guys?
Grandpa Gundam.
I got another Black Medea.
With the grandpa.
No, it was better than that at least, but it was a full
Zamo.
armor Thunderbolt.
Oh. So a chunky or grandpa?
Yeah, right? Oh
Oof.
my goodness. At this point though, it's something I want, but like out of the Black Medea, like what? Like this was actually in the step up for the unicorn.
Yeah,
I
they
was
really
just
gotta
like,
cycle some of that shit out. Like that's goofy.
like for that to be that rare, like I mean with the amount of times I've got it, you would think it's not that rare. But considering the amount of time and that it's been out longer than the Pegasus class drop, then yeah, I think it's still more rare than the Pegasus. But yeah, it should be a suit that you don't own, and it should be like something a lot more recent, like within the past year or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
That isn't like a leveled up version of something. So I don't know. I think it should be like level 1 within the past year kind of situation. I would take that.
Yeah, that whole Black Medea concept needs to be revised at this point.
Yeah, because right now that's
That's just silly.
I've been tilted too many times by it.
Can't get your hopes up anymore.
As soon as I was talking about those boxes, I was like, "Oh yeah, I remember now." But at least I haven't had no grandpa like repeat situation.
Just need more hyper hammers.
Oh no. Okay, so we have no clue what they're doing for the second, third, and fourth week for the step ups. So I guess, I mean, we can guess what we probably will know here in a little bit what they either in 10 minutes or an hour and 10 minutes what they're going to do for the second week. But what do you guys think they're going to do for the third and fourth week?
I could I'm gonna stand by my Oops All Unicorns plan for now. And in fact I'll be like extra bold. I mean, we got to get a Xeon suit, probably really, but I'm gonna say that week 3 is the Phoenix, and week 4 is the narrative.
Yeah, narrative would be nice as
Narrative
a
would be
follow-up. I
actually
mean,
kinda
they
cool.
already had the model at this point, even if it was super scuffed from like literally years ago. Now, the interesting but kind of rough thing is that the narrative does have 2 different packs as well it could do. And the only reason that's kind of rough is because one of them is pretty much just like a space-only mobile armor sort of thing. But I wonder if they'd actually bother with it just because that is another possibility for it.
They could just make it playable on the ground anyway, right?
How?
Lore be damned, we want to get paid.
That could just be
I
a weird
personally-
Scooty suit or something. Like
Yeah,
at that point,
you
you'd have to make it. The Xeon would have to be on the ground too.
Let's go. I'm down. I would like to play my Xeon more. Put it on the ground, please. You know.
I would take that.
Let's bait to draw C usable on the ground too.
Okay, with the draw C though, I could just hear it just scooting across the ground.
No, it actually
Just scraping.
uses little binder things to tippy toe everywhere.
Oh my god, that'd be amazing.
Oh man.
Yeah, when it boosts, it just fucking like runs at you.
That would be terrifying, dude. It's like nightmare fuel. Like, oh no, I kind of want to see that now.
I don't know how you would even make that atmospheric. Like having it be a flight suit would be kind of cool.
That would be neat. Get the downswings.
But
all joking aside,
yeah, for me, I don't know as far as what I would call for week 3 and 4, because we haven't really gotten as much consistency when it comes to that. Like the first 2 weeks are pretty predictable, and then they sometimes go in left field. Like the only one that was, I believe, fully consistent was the first anniversary with all the
GPOs.
Like,
yeah, they had a pretty big pool, and they didn't like blow their load earlier in the year. because like we already had Kshatriya and a couple other entries for Unicorn already get dropped. So we're definitely gonna have to make up the difference here somehow.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, there's been a few things that have been mentioned. The Silver Bullet is pretty good, or the what's the other one? I'm trying to remember the name right now. Pretty much a lot of people, a lot of the stuff that's been thrown out for what could be shown off tonight. I wonder if they're gonna do like any kind of like what you said, alternate variants. Like, do you think we're gonna get like the Banshee Norn?
I would think so. I'm just worried it's going to be another general
Probably will. One of them will be.
or support. It could be a support.
Or it would be horrid. I don't know how the
Does
hell.
I don't remember. Does Norn get access to Awaken mode in the show at all?
Yeah, I think so.
Think so. There's also the Rasen Zulu, Lotto.
Mm-hmm.
There's some other stuff that could be Sinanju Stein.
It'll be cool when supports get to Neo Zeong.
Oh my god.
That would actually be kind of fun.
That would be amazing.
Too damn big.
I don't need to. I don't need to have my team come. I'll just take control of the enemy raid instead.
That's exactly it. Like, yes.
These fucking psycho shard people, like God.
But yeah, the Norn does go Awaken, so.
Okay. Raids will take the all forms of the Banshee. Thank you very much. If Unicorn wants another RX0, they gotta they better hope they get the full armor version. Sorry.
The only other support we're gonna get is either the
No.
Loto or the Kshatriya repair.
There we go. I can see the repair being a general. Maybe I
Yeah.
personally like to see it as a raid, but because it's like like the broke ass Kshatriya beating the hell out of the regular one. It'd be delicious irony.
Oh no. If that somehow happened, like Emblem would be like, "Yo, 1v1 me."
My
It is
favorite
finally
suit.
time.
Yes.
Kshatriya versus Kshatriya, bro.
Oh no. I would just. Well, I mean, the thing is, every time you're like, "That should have been a raid. That should have been a raid." I'm just like, "Nah, man. We good. We good." Kshatriya is not a raid, and now this time it would actually be a raid, and the support who would just be like, "It's a raid. Get wrecked." Oh no. But Oh, well, I guess this was kind of the new suit speculation talk already gone. But I guess moving into the other stuff that was there, 30% off on the store stuff. That's pretty cool. DP store, RT shop, 30% off is always nice. I actually kind of forgot about that. I forget about it until I see it, and then I'm like, oh, I need to go there, and then I forget to go there. 60 tokens for, isn't it half off, right? Like the $26 30 token pack or whatever. Only you get 60 instead. So that's a thing. And I believe that is it from that list. Talked about that.
Didn't they recycle or renew the Shargo Goog pack as well?
Oh yeah. That's
back.
Yeah, they just re-upped the timer on it. And the also the $7 or $8 pack from the 10th anniversary thing is still there too. Which baited me when I was counting how many tokens I could get, because I was like, oh, there's also a $8 pack still? Cool, let's
Ooh, wow.
I get 30 more tokens I'm gonna get. And then I was like, oh no, I just realized. Oops. But the yeah, we can talk about the PvE stuff, and yeah, I guess we'll go and talk about the PvE stuff. That's still part of the anniversary. So yeah, what did you guys think? I mean, we went through them.
It was pretty easy.
Yeah.
And that seems to be the general consensus for a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
Like,
it was PvE.
I mean, power creep has become a thing, but I would love to see no reward attached to it, at least, you know, as far as like tokens, but like a hard mode version of it, to where they're souped up. You know, they might use their cooldowns faster or something.
nah, fuck that. Give me tokens. Give me tokens if you're gonna do that.
I mean, I'm for it, but I figured that's definitely one
You're
of those
you're already getting tokens for the normal ones. Fuck it.
I just want a difficult like boss fight.
Magnum, just go fight a full HP Awakened Unicorn Gundam in rated mode.
Okay, fair enough.
You know, there's a boss fight. That's hard mode.
Yeah, it's a general boss. I almost said raid boss, but I guess technically this game that means something different. But the trial mode, once again, making me want to have every suit just be in there till they go to the next whatever when they come out with the next trial, or just cycle some suits through or something. Like, you know, maybe if they only have the 3 that you can pick from, just have the next week's suit kind of just cycle through it, because literally playing that kind of made me want the unicorn more.
Mhm.
Just saying, that will
That should just
definitely
be a
make
Yeah, I think it's a
consistent
good question.
cycle.
yeah, some kind of actual trial of suits would be amazing.
Like even if it's just weekly, and it's just that. Like maybe they cycle through the scenarios that you played on. Like the missions themselves don't have to be all unique for the suits themselves.
Right? That would be awesome, because literally there's so many suits. Like the what was that?
I was just showing the time. It's 1:00 in Japan right now.
Oh, it is?
Pretty much just one more hour until the
Okay, I
announcement.
guess we got one more hour then. But let's see. Lost my train of thought. But yeah, trial mode stuff. Would love to actually get in there because it's the Delta Gundam. There we go. That's what I was saying. I pretty much was just kind of like, I kind of want to sleep on it. And then until I saw a lot more about it, rather than just, the first few days, and then after like, 4 or 5 days, and then seeing people doing some awesome stuff with it, actually seeing some good numbers, I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty cool. But if I could have got some kind of hands-on experience with it, not only would I be like, is this my playstyle, but then I would have probably been like, oh, I know a lot more about it, which would be amazing. Just saying. And then I might have actually went harder for it than just 1 or 2 spins after seeing some good things with it, right?
Mm-hmm.
But other than that,
It definitely can work both ways, but I think letting people play to suit a little bit hopefully would be more good than bad, but who knows?
yeah, I could actually see it going the opposite way sometimes too. Like if they just release something that's kind of underpowered, then
People are like, this suit's ass. Yeah. I feel like people figure that out pretty quickly anyway, just because of like the community resources and whatnot. So
yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I guess for people who don't get that deep into it, it might still be intending for them to spin.
But
Yeah, and at the end of the day, like the popularity suit will probably trump how good it is for a lot of people that play this game.
Mm-hmm.
Shiny mobile suits and all that good jazz.
Yeah, people play hot garbage all the time because it's their favorite suit.
Oh,
It's
for sure.
always been how it is.
But as far as it goes though, trial mode was kind of fun. Got to play the unicorn. Other than that, it was your typical kind of trial mode. So, the endless attack for the raid Londo Bell was hilariously easy, because it was just like, here's all of our overpowered suits, get wrecked. They actually made the new pretty tanky though. So, but other than that, it was
Especially since I don't think that was even like a target suit either.
yeah.
So it really was just like a red herring kind of suit.
Because I want to recall. I remember attacking it, being like, "Oh, hey, the new. I'm gonna shoot that. Yeah, boom. Oh, okay, guys. The new is really tanky. I'm moving over there to you guys."
It was like a Char moment. I haven't done that one yet.
And then the boss, though. What did you think of the boss? Animations for me, awesome.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I thought it was pretty funny to fight. When I did it with chat really fast that same night, and I was playing easy, of course, because I'm a scum lord, and I heavy attacked it, and thing just like pivoted, man. Just turned around, I was like, "Bitch, what did you just do to me?" Like, I'm sorry. There's a little like, hand thing that it does.
Slack, give me your shoes. Oh my god.
Yeah. Like target priority, like check immediately.
There's one clip I'm trying to meme on right now. I can't remember, but yeah. Oof. How was it though? Like up close with the bunga? Like it seemed like it was kind of terrifying.
It wasn't that bad, honestly. It may have just had a good run or whatever, but I didn't have too much trouble. The AI were kind of contained with the EZZ, just because, you know, as I'm slapping things around, my double sabers are keeping things clear around me if anybody gets too close, including my teammates. And as long as I would just try to like not be in front of it, its attacks didn't do like a whole bunch of stuff to me, so I didn't hate it.
Honestly, I think this one had better like dodgeable attacks if you were paying attention to what it was going to do, or you could at least kind of prep a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what was kind of nice. I could see the like especially the big beam that's in the picture there. Like, oh, you're about to just delete me. I'm gonna step out a straight line of your mouth, and I'm good.
Yeah, the little like mouth beam that it had was pretty easy to dodge.
Yeah, the bigger pain in the ass, I guess, is just like the AoE thing if you were already committed to just slapping shit around, but that was about it.
Yeah, that one knocked everybody down, didn't it?
Mm-hmm. Also, that fucking Zulu running around and running riot.
Oh
The
yeah.
ads, some of the ads are a little ridiculous, but also because the Shamblo's ass is so huge, a lot of them just got stuck on the other side of it.
Yeah, that's why I like a hard mode to this. Like, get rid of the ads and just make this thing like crazy. Like, the big attacks like one shot you or something, and then you just have to kind of really know what it's doing and just actually avoid everything. I think that would be kind of cool. Make it a hard mode raid boss. But definitely love the animations. But yeah, it was definitely pretty easy. It was just okay, we did it. Cool.
Yeah, it may just be because it's been out for a while, but I personally don't really go into the PvE because I want it to be hard. Um, I'm definitely just a guy that's like, hop in, give me the loot, back to the salt mines for me.
Speaking of the loot though, this one was pretty weak sauce. Speaking of the parts thing, they're only just the normal level 3 parts that, I mean, I guess, it's been what they've been doing, but I mean, it's literally these parts again.
Mm-hmm.
So no suits.
Yeah, like the tokens were nice at least, but I want a suit for the next one.
Yeah, I want a suit and I want some better parts. Like, I mean, I know they're already giving out the level 4s, but like, give out something that you're not giving out that's pretty close to that. Because this was weak sauce for the rewards on this one. But yeah, unit adjustment stuff we'll talk about here in just a second. I think I opened the wrong one twice. Oh well. Tutorial stuff they made quicker to get through, and then we already talked about the Tinda stuff. This month they gave out, or they're giving out for the first section of the month, the Agdoga quests. Then they're Rigazi Kai for the second, which is actually pretty hype. That's a really good suit. And then the Gallus K, which is growing on me a bit more, but still kind of meh for me on that one. For the third section, not too bad this time. I'm actually kind of disappointed though, since there's probably a lot of people buying tokens that the front-loaded one was just the quest. Just saying. But at least most people though, even if you're not like willing, probably should get the Rigazi Kai at least, which is actually a really solid suit.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Then we got Nero in the ticket shop. Well, I guess. You guys seen that much? I see one every now and then. And I just recognize it just because it has 2 beam sabers. Because I'm like, what is that thing? Because I keep thinking it's the trainer every time I see it. Right? That's the only reason why I recognize it. I'm just like, oh, it's the trainer. Wait, but it's not killing me. Brain is confused. But
Yeah, I had that situation with the blue BSC the other night.
Oh yeah.
Oh Lord.
Do you guys see the Nero too much though? And what
Like
do you really
regular?
Yeah.
Not really. Trainer's still the more common of the two.
I haven't been getting into cost quite as much, so it'd be hard to say. I would assume you would still see it. It's like the trainer's lost any of its luster, I think. At least not too much.
I guess compared to other things that it's cost though, it might just be a little middling.
DP store stuff though, pretty weak sauce in my opinion. Alex Comfort level 4, and the Shoes Room Diaz New Zealand level 3.
Mm-hmm.
So, read. I guess we kind of talked about this, but let's go ahead and retread a little here. What do you guys think is going to be the big meta for clan ranked this on the 6th?
Shoving all the unicorns into one stable.
5 unicorns versus 5 unicorns on
No,
underground base.
I think you'll still. I think you probably won't see a support, maybe, but honestly, it could be all generals. Who knows? Maybe for a little bit more coordination. A higher, like, running a support may not be as easily punished, but I don't know. I feel like you may still want to vie for just unicorn bungaree.
Yeah, like it's a safe bet.
Yeah.
If you already have it, and especially if you have it and actually got the learning computer in the process, like you might as well get there because you're gonna have the extra defense and stuff after the halfway point, as well as having awakening. So like once you do a bunch of your damage in NTD, you can just survive a lot longer and keep people on the floor. I think there'll probably be 1 or 2 people who are like way too practiced in the Sinanju to bother, depending, unless they just get a lot of time in. Because that's kind of the neat thing about them having it just be a whole other week after the fact, is that they've given people time to kind of acclimate to the unicorn itself. And then depending on what we actually get tomorrow for the banner, whether it's the Banshee or whatever, that might be another wild card in there as well.
Yeah, I'm expecting to see either I'm still going with the Sinanju thing just because its mode to just stun whatever, even the unicorn, is crazy for especially the people who are practiced in it, right? Like that's still that bunga ability is just to be able to be like, I stun you and now you are on ground and goodbye. Like if you can catch anybody with 2 of those, or just a support following up with some fire, somebody is just gone instantly. I mean I see that on Arctic base is kind of the easiest one where people will pile in on somebody. When I see
Pylon?
the Sinanju do that, then it's just like someone's gone. So I'd really be curious to see how many teams of just all Sinanju, or if there's going to be some kind of mixture in there. I feel like after we talked about it though, the Awaken mode, it would almost be crazy not to have at least 1 unicorn that could, when you win, can get to Awaken mode. That's kind of the thing. I forget how many times the team will wait to sortie, and that's almost a detriment at this point. So it's like, I wonder how many, like, okay, 2 people can go, stop them from hitting Awakening, get out there now. I wonder if that'll happen too much.
It's a possibility, especially with it being such a cramped map as well. For the current clan match, like you're legit just gonna be doing like a wipe at mid, maybe grabbing a point and then just shoving up over to base, and then just having someone maybe dally behind and cap the base closest to that base.
Bolio.
The rest of it's just gonna be getting the output onto the base until it's like really close, and then you just hopefully mash out the enemy while they're trying to keep you away.
But anything else for the clan ranked stuff?
The most meta thing you can do in a rank or in a clan match is have fun.
No.
Yeah.
Cope seed mauled until you're a puddle on the floor.
But unit adjustment. Here we go. Last month results. White Dingo. They buffed it, but back to what it was, and then buffed it. I mean, it got better, of course. So I guess that's to be expected, but I don't think it's the change that they were completely going for. But it's actually pretty close to the averages for its cost. The one thing that's kind of interesting is they also gave it observational data link, which for me, my thoughts, speaking of clan ranked, is like maybe that's something that support players can do in the like 4v4 lobbies, or like in some kind of simple battle thing. That way you're still providing the radar and you're still doing the job of a support, but then you can do 3 generals, 1 raid, and it's essentially like you have a support on the team for the support players. kind of thing. But I don't know. It's still kind of a sniper, so I guess you got the sniper playstyle. But I think that would be kind of interesting if they put that on the full armor ground type
Hmm.
and some of the other like, yellow or I guess the yellow generals that we have.
I really like to take the adjustment, and they should go ahead and fix beam coding while they're at it, or just take away the
Oh
fall
yeah,
off on beam coding.
yeah. The fall off is a bit crazy.
I feel like they still would want it. At most, they probably just reduce the severity of it.
Mm-hmm. That's all I want. I don't even need it. I don't think they should get rid of it. Supports deserve all the pain they get, but I would not be too mad if they had a little less of a sting to it.
Then we got the GBO2 Stamen with the actually significant amount of buffs for its health and stuff, and it went up pretty significantly. Shortened time on the actual beam rifle so they can fire more. DPS went up. Stamen's looking pretty good. I don't know if any of you tried it, but stats wise, huge rival and damage over the average. So
I feel like people have just been ignoring it. It's just a tiny little stamen boy, so they're just like, yeah, sure, whatever.
yeah, they actually show the percentage here of how many people are playing certain like one of the suits down here, and I'm like, I wish they would show that for all of them. That should just be a stat they show on all of these, because especially this next one, like the Axaku, I didn't feel like this change was really that much, but damage went from 52,000 to 57,000, almost 58, and the base is about almost 55 for the average. And it's like, what? So it's well above average, and honestly, I don't think they did that much to give it that much damage. And it actually ended up dying more, which is the funny part. So, yeah, if we had the percentage there, probably the same people who were playing the Axaku is playing the Axaku now. Barzam feels pretty good now. Can recommend. Gyogug, it's funny that it actually seems to have gotten pretty good, but again, the percentage here on this one, 0.56% to 1.25%.
Mm.
So pretty much probably the same people who are playing it with a few extra, and who knows if the people's just been waiting for something so they could go back to playing it. Since they've been rusty, you could see the actual death rate actually went up. So yeah, that's my suspicion for a lot of these when they do stuff like that, where it's like, this shouldn't really buff it. Oh look, it went up. What? Then in the raids, the close combat doing pretty good. Hammurabi, Emblem. I know you've been playing the Hammurabi some. What do you think of the buffs?
They buffed it. It feels about the same to me.
Pretty much the main thing is the damage went up, and that's mainly from the back beam rifle when you're transformed. Pretty much 100 flat damage since it shoots 2 beams. So
they pretty much unnerfed the twin beam.
The back beam rifle times 2. Did they nerf that?
Yeah, back when it first came out, they thought it was too strong, so they nerfed it.
Oh, I guess they unnerfed it then. Yeah.
I don't know if that's exact like stat change, but I remember they made an adjustment to it.
Either way, it's 400 to 450 now. So, but yeah, damage went up across the board, pretty much bringing it in line at level 1 with the average, pretty much close enough with level 2, and then level 3 is actually a little bit above average with the damage. And then that was pretty much the raids. Supports, Faz feels amazing. Let's go. And now that I think about it, yeah, the Faz like also ended up getting kind of nerfed this one, but still love it. Good numbers. I hope they're still like this later, even though we won't be able to check back. But yeah, feeling pretty good. Luckily the Cubalite Mark II can't hurt me at 600.
Yeah, and 650 is a myth now.
Yeah, right. Then we got the Rick Dija, which I'm gonna still haven't tried, but crazy damage output on that thing now, and it's close to average on everything else. That's actually kind of insane. The buff that they did with the damage on the grenade launcher and then the percentage on the heat ray going down, pretty good. Also gaining balancer and force injector, so you can actually do some melee combos easier. Not bad. And finally, the sad one here, which I'm like, oh man, the MLRS got a buff, but the damage numbers still look pretty low.
Yeah, I feel like that was a little one of those too little too late sort of things.
Oh, for
I
sure.
I think people just kind of were like, it's seen its time, it's paid its due, and that's it.
I am curious though, as far as the actual win rate, rival win rate and stuff, and its survivability, everything went up. It's either better than average or just right on average. The only thing that's well below average is the damage, which is kind of interesting. So I'm hoping they're not like, yeah, it's definitely good.
It's like it's doing all right.
The
Because
adjustments we made seem to have made the suit worse. We will undo everything.
oh no. I'm just like hoping they're like, oh yeah, it needs more damage so that it comes in line with the average damage. Here you go, have damage.
Dude.
Then the MLRS
How
will be
dare.
back on top. Let's go. I can dream, can't I?
You sure can try.
The
Yeah.
Kshatriya is my green dream currently. It's bringing me back to my glory days in the MLRS.
I remember days of light and laughter, says the Magnum.
But yeah. Oh yeah, and then the sniper rifle got buffed, so on the Zaku 1 sniper apparently it's doing pretty good. Seems pretty legit apparently from the stats. But yeah, this month, Double Zeta Gundam. First one getting a buff. What do you guys think? Have you played the Double
I
Zeta?
haven't had a chance to play it yet, but all the stuff they adjusted looked good.
Speed going up to 110, thrusters up to 75, so that's increased by 10.
The cannon readies up faster.
Yeah, turn speed 6 by 6, force injector going to 2, power on level 2 stuff going up for the beam saber, the missile launcher ×2, and the double cannon. And then the double cannon actually, weapon change time and the rigidity time was shortened. So definitely something I need to actually try that I keep forgetting. Honestly, I was surprised to see the next one, but Moon Gundam. Like,
Oh, I got a second.
that one was kind of surprising to see, actually. Apparently, though, the lock-on time for the Psycho Plates feels amazing. No.
I bet. It was really tight, but good payoff. Now you can just fucking get it for free and win.
At least in those shining moments, and the rest you still got to deal with the rest of the kit and jamming. But you know.
Yeah, but we all know that the Moon Gundam isn't real because they don't like the smell of horse manure that's in rated right now. You know, there's unicorns everywhere, the horses.
It's never. It's gonna be that way for a long time. So.
Oh yeah.
But actually,
Meanwhile,
that was the one knocking me over.
The one guy on Twitter that constantly does Palestine is thriving right now. He's just dumping missiles on people's chests in like big maps and shit.
Oh yeah, like
it's so funny to see.
I got the level 4, and I'm kind of like, I don't want to play this.
Don't do it. Just revel when other people do it and it works. Because I'm sure there's other times where it does not work, and it's probably a pain in the ass.
Well, with the overtune part, you can actually, it's one of the few suits that actually can take advantage of the ranged overtune part.
New.
Yeah.
What's a range overtune part? Sounds like
Pain.
one of those things I didn't get.
Pain. That's what that part is. Worse than the melee one. But yeah, Moon gaining 1,000 health, leg buffer level 2. On the butterfly edge, 12 seconds instead of 18 before it reloads. Change time is shortened to it. Reticle aim has been enhanced, whatever that is. We already said the lock on. And overheat for the defense mode, down by 5 seconds to 20 seconds. I'm just curious if the changes on that is more so because of the unicorn, or if they were buffing it because just its normal stats, or both. Because it seemed fine to me.
Mm.
I don't I don't disagree. I kind of didn't think Moon Gundam was in a bad spot, but yeah, it'd be interesting. I wouldn't mind hearing kind of what the mindset behind the changes were.
Like it wasn't in a bad spot, but I wouldn't say it was super common either. And like especially now, I wonder if a lot more higher end Psychemy suits are gonna get touched on just because of the whole jamming thing too. Just to make sure that, and I would hope for most of that just be to make sure that their sub weapons and stuff are up to snuff as well, so that their like non-Psychemy damage loops are still solid.
I'm guessing too from looking at what the actual aim is here. Apparently his win rate recently has been on a downtrend,
Mhm.
and I'm just wondering if that's like an Anju problem,
Yeah.
and they're kind of coming off of that. Also, I really don't fear that thing too much as the Kshatriya because its back is so huge. I guess that's something I should have mentioned during the unicorn. Like the unicorn, for the most part, and also literally its shield is what's big on it. For the most part, it's pretty small.
Yeah.
Like
This is a tiny suit.
it's super small. Like I can like walk up to
Like
the full armor double Zeta and head pat it with the Kshatriya, and like the unicorn's like I gotta really lean over and be like, "Hey, how's it going?"
what's going on, buddy? How you
Um,
doing? Even when it folds out and gets a
yeah,
little bit of extra size, it's still tiny.
yeah. I walk up to it. I'm like,
It's still
"Oh, hey, how's it going, little unicorn?" Did you call me little? And it gets mad and goes all red, and I'm like, "Oh,
Yeah,
oh no, what did I do?"
oh, got a quick inch there, buddy. Yeah, you growing?
But yeah, like it's hard to hit compared to everything else. That's been one of the big things with the Kshatriya is that 4 beam thing has been amazing because most everything's big. Like even a Easy Z, if I can somehow stun it and knock it over in those, like yeah, it's taking 5-6K damage if I can get it in the right position. So as a support, doing that to a raid feels really good. But unless it's been on a map where there's a nice like line to lock on and shoot down, there hasn't been really too many situations where I'm like, oh, I done 40K damage just locking on and letting it go kind of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Just because they're so thin, and I'm just like, man. So that's another benefit to the unicorn. Whereas like the moon, that big backbinder is just like it's a reflective dish just to take damage from me.
suck on deeps.
But yeah. Next we have the Gelgu ground type VD. I'm guessing this is just getting a buff because Gelgu things, but then yeah, I was looking at it here and yeah, it's actually I mean I'm guessing Char's Gelgu is kind of why was my main thing. But 1,000 health going up at all levels, downswing going up, reload times for the grenade launcher went up from 15 to 13 seconds, or down, I guess, buffing it. And then level 2 gain damage for the grenade launcher, 50 per grenade, and the Gatling cannon went from 115 to 125. This one's one of those that I was like, cool, I guess. Maybe too little too late situation. But do you guys see too many VDs at lower cost?
Not really. It hasn't been
We
common for
use it.
a hot minute. VGs, yes. VDs, no. Like I see more Goof VDs than I would Gelgoogs.
Yeah, I can see that. But no, I haven't noticed too much. But I still don't think I've gotten that low. I think the lowest cost I played was, besides a couple of like random throwaway water matches, was like I was boxing with Shruzum Gallus the other day. That was about it.
The next one then is the Gapfully getting a buff.
Mm.
This one kind of surprised me, but I mean, it was one of those things like I don't really see this anymore at all. But kind of cool. The single Vulcan, and this is the one I had a question on. If you can pull this up, Emblem, the single Vulcan on the Gapfly got stagger accumulation value increased and its range increased. Other than that, it got ballistic and beam resist up to 39 from 34. and at level 3 that is, and then the range damage went up by 7% for 50. Then with the Mega Particle Cannon times 2, gained 50 range for 350. Level 2 and up got 1100 flat damage from 945.
And that stagger value is up by 2%. So it used to be 3, it is now 5.
Not bad.
But it only shoots one fucking bullet though. Isn't it like
Yeah.
a poo poo pew pew pea shooter kind of thing or whatever?
I feel like it's like more kind of like the crappier Vulcans that from the past. So, I mean, it's still something, I guess. Just curious if, I mean, that's 20, so wonder how fast that actually shoots. Could be okay, maybe.
Very high.
But yeah, that's gonna be the big thing with that one is does that actually have some decent stun potential? Because other than that, the damage for level 1 at least doesn't seem to have really been touched at all, and it's all of it at level 1 is under average. Oh, you can also go high speed movement while flying and shoot the Fading rifle and the Mega Particle Cannon times 2. And I already mentioned this, but now we're in the raids with the Mark II Cubile. It is terrifying. How does it feel now, Emblem?
Great. Yeah, not too bad when you're literally in 650.
Even at 700, you were able to just
Nope, unicorn.
stun...
Unicorn just like you have one weapon and 2 melees.
Oh yeah, that's true. But at the same time, though, as far as stunning a Kshatriya, that was terrifying.
Lock on burst, and it doesn't take much else to get it set up, and then you just give them the doom spike.
It gained anti-blast though. 5 thruster,
Yeah,
so 75 now.
Like, thank God, anti-blast is such a quality of life. The quote in Emblem, yes, finally. And Magnum was like, "Oh, did you get unicorn? No, fuck unicorn. They give Keyblade Mark II anti-blast. Fuck yeah, needed that shit."
Definitely the highlight.
But yeah,
no one needed no unicorns.
Speaking of Mark II Cubile, what we used to get this.
Nice shirt.
Yeah, I finally got the giveaway up for that too. I think I forgot to mention that earlier, but yeah, that's going on right now. I'll probably put that in the description, or who knows, maybe if I find time to edit this, there might be some. I'll put that somewhere else. But anyway, giveaway plug done. But the Cubile Mark II though, the biggest complaint was anti-blast. Every time I was like, yeah, I got the... hang on, guys, I'm stunned. Give me a minute. That was literally the biggest complaint while trying to do that. But that was because I was like, we're getting the better times with that suit, but it is pain every time something explodes next to me.
Yeah, it's pretty rough.
Especially when you like one-shot a support with your downswing. It's like, well, then with the support... Oh, I'm stunned. Like, you've done your... Like, in a normal match, it's like, you've done your job. Now, sit on the ground and wait to be killed by all the generals.
Yeah. I don't like trading, like, 1-for-1 into support, though. I'm used to it, but I'd rather be able to, like, live and help out in the rest of the fight, not barely scrape out a 2v1 and then die shortly afterwards,
I only trade 1-for-1.
Oh, yeah, no.
Pretty much.
But yeah, then it got maneuver armor level 3 at all levels, which is awesome. Thruster output increase level 2 at level 2 and up, and assault booster level 2 at level 2 and up, and then finally special shoulder buffer level 4. I don't know why I'm saying level 2 and up. I've been saying that every time I read this. But yeah, at level 2 you got special shoulder buffer level 4, which is actually insane. That's pretty hype. And terrifying.
Mostly terrifying.
Definitely an interesting choice.
Which even more so why I wasn't actually doing much damage to you. What is the stagger value though accumulation? What did it go to for the surround and the pursuit follows?
Hold on a second.
Because like stats wise, yeah, it was down just a bit at both costs, so definitely needed some help. Definitely something that got power creep.
Okay, so thrusters went up by 5 for each level. Maneuver armor level 1 up for level 1. Soul booster. Okay. So the wasn't too crazy for follow. I mean, enough, but the lock-on funnels that got increased, the siege as they call it on here, got increased by 5% per funnel. So that's definitely not bad. That's 25 times 6. And then the follow funnels got 1% on each one. So it's 60% burst.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, so I mean, you're pretty much anything that doesn't have your 3 bursting damage control level 1, and definitely 2 bursting anything that doesn't have it.
That's actually pretty insane. Like, my Faz. No, dude. Uh, at least it can't hurt me again in 600. But
Yet.
oh no, they
No,
come
no.
out with a level 0.
It's only a matter of time.
Thanks, Gustav.
Mhm.
But Char's Dija, beam rifle got buffed with the 0.8 second between each shot, and the reload shortened to 15 from 20, and consecutive attack where the percentage it got lowered for the percentage reduction per hit when you swing the melee weapon. And the Sturmfaust, though, the biggest thing here is now it's only 5-second cooldown from 8, and a 20-second reload time, which is going to up the damage on this thing insanely. And as I've been playing it, it's been a lot of fun to play. 15-second heavy stun, pretty much, and 20 seconds for a ton of damage. That is disgusting.
I definitely don't I don't hate the changes. Like I think most of the suits like now I'm seeing less Moon Gundam. I guess like it makes sense and it's fine. But I was definitely expecting it to have a I think everything else that they buffed definitely could probably need a little bit more help.
Wait, which? Char's Dija?
Sorry, say again.
With Char's Dija?
Well, yeah, I mean that too. Like, I don't mind blowing things up to Char's Dija. I was just saying in general, I like all the changes, but yeah, especially
Oh,
to
yes,
Char's Dija.
just down the
I still
board.
haven't had a
Okay.
chance to play it yet.
Yeah, it feels pretty good. I tried it in our little dual stuff, and it felt pretty solid. Like, actually knowing the times though now, and that I could just spam more things out. Like, I was like, I knew it got buffed, but I forgot what it was. Oh well, let's play it. But now that I've actually played it after knowing it, I'm like, oh yeah, spamming the Sturmfaust every chance I get, pop out as many beam shots, and then go ahead and full charge it. 15 seconds, that's coming back. No big deal. Like that definitely feels really good. Though it just kind of feels weird that it's now just beam rifle and Sturmfaust, and that's pretty much all you do. And then you have a little bit of filler for 10, 15 seconds and repeat. So that was a little odd. But modified Rick Dija. Did you play this much, Emblem? Did you get this one?
The modified, no.
Yeah, it seemed okay. I mean, as far as like the damage numbers and losses go, it seems fine, but the win rate stuff is pretty low on it. So they upped the melee damage by 5% for 44%. Shield break, stance mastery was given to it. It's always good on raids. And the back add-on buffer went from level 2 to level 3, and it got maneuver armor level 3 at level 2. As well as level 2 got the 2 beam sabers, 2832 or 2835 to 2950. Pretty nice little buff on it. I guess level 2 is the only thing that really needed damage. But I'm just curious if that's enough to bring it up above, what it's playing against as far as rival stuff compared to other raids. Because personally, I think there is better at 600 and 650 for sure than that suit. I think that's kind of the problem with it. Do you think it could compete with anything?
Sorry, I was I was doing a little bit of light troubleshooting during that. Which suit? Are we
The
still talking about the
modified Rick Dija.
I still think it's probably still got a relevant spot, just because you at the cost range that it's at, you're running into the Delta Gundam. and you have a bazooka that you can use over a beam rifle to not have to worry about stagger buildup when it's high health, and just kind of like pop it and stun it, which I don't think is irrelevant. And I'm sure there are other options too, but like the modified, obviously they buffed it, so it needs some help, but the modified or whatever doesn't even seem bad. So just the fact that they increased it even more should hopefully put it in an even better spot. It's probably just running into because it's a 2-star, right?
Mm.
I think it is.
Don't recall, but yeah.
Which one?
So
Modified
it may have
Rick
just
Ninja.
been running into issues.
Then we got the Dagdoll though for the support. Yeah, definitely needed a buff. They buffed it once. We already talked about that one. We were just like, it needs more, but it was a nice start. Now, kind of interesting though. The unicorn exists and disables the buff. So, oops. But
Whoops. Yep.
the shotgun though actually got a buff too, so that's kind of nice. So you can stun every 15 seconds rather than 20 with that. 1,000 health, 10 speed, so 23,000 health, and 210 high speed movement. And then the shield that's not a shield got level 3 buffer instead of level 1, which is actually pretty nice. Other than that though, the 2 sets of funnels, the overheat went down from 20 seconds to 15 on the fart cloud, and for the pincer ones, 18 to 12 seconds. Also, it does say, I don't know if you can look this up, the heat rate when activated for the Saikamu amplifier is reduced. So I'm curious what that means overall, because if you can actually, because I actually never tested it, but if you could actually get multiple of that out, then that would be actually insane. Without like doing anything crazy, guess I could go ahead and try to jump
It's
into a free
down
practice.
from 65 to 50%.
Oh, so yeah, you can actually pop 2 off and then. Oh, that's actually insane.
Oh, maybe they mean it used to. Well, no, that doesn't make any sense.
No, it would overheat on use.
either.
And then so you pop amplifier, you could get 2 uses out of it, but you would have to pop the amplifier and then
Oh, okay,
immediately
I see
use
what
it.
it's saying. Got it.
So with the amplifier now, I don't actually have it up on screen, but yeah, I could actually use it twice, and then it's got an insanely quick cooldown. So I'll do that again, and then what I think this does, there's a chance I might just get it off 3 times by itself. Yeah, actually I got it off 3 times. So if you don't want to use the fart cloud at all, or you can use the fart cloud once, you might even be able to get it twice. But the main thing is, you can get the side funnels twice or 3 times, up to 3 times, and maybe 2 clouds. So that's actually kind of insane. And then of course unicorn exists, so oops. So there's that. But yeah, that's actually a pretty insane buff for damage. Which I mean, it's literally 6,000 below average, so it definitely needed a lot for damage. And as far as playing it live, it definitely feels a whole lot better. And I guess that's probably why. I just wasn't noticing that I was actually popping it off twice without having to wait the reduced time kind of thing. So now you pretty much could do with what you could perfect timing and lock on just naturally now. So that's pretty hype.
8 minutes.
8 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Plus, give or take some change because they may not posted like the
Right
second
away.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Oops. Yeah. Next we have the HML. 3,000 to 3,200 damage for the Hyper Mega Launcher. 95% heat rate to 90% heat rate. Reload is shortened from 15 to 12 for the arm grenade launcher, and the reload for the beam rifle is also 15 to 12. For me, this suit feels like it's like, and when it first came out, I was like, it's good. Power creep. It's good. They buffed it. Power creep. They buffed it again. It's good. Like, I feel like that's just this suit's life. So I'm curious to see if it gets a lot more play again.
For a shining moment, and then it gets fire cracked again.
Right. Oh, also when it transforms, it can get focus fire from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds.
That's interesting that like their new kind of like boost add-on. You know how they used to just do like extra jumps and or like what was that part? It's so like just a background thing now that it doesn't really matter anymore. But like making things faster or cycle through their stuff faster is like their like
Oh yeah,
quick blanket like solution for adjustments now.
Mhm.
And
that
like I feel
leg
like for
buffer.
some suits it helps out, and in others it's like, well, they can do it a little bit faster, and I think, sometimes they help with the cooling and whatnot, but the bigger issue is that they're just still lacking in the output in the moment and things like that. So I wonder how many that's really helped percentage wise.
Um, with for instance I guess focus is a little bit different, but like the Dagdoll,
Mm.
I just went ahead and loaded in and tested it again. With the Far Cloud this time. So yeah, you can actually get 3 of the pincer funnels and 2 clouds out if you get to just pop everything out, lock on, and also just throw the cloud as soon as you can.
Oh,
Um,
that's cool.
Obviously not always saving it and using it when it's actually effective rather than just throwing it at the ground somewhere. Probably more effective, but theoretically you could get disgusting numbers out of it when you pop amplifier. Let's see. With the Gelgo ground type, VD getting a buff, the ground type got the exact same stuff for its armed grenade launcher and the armed Gatling cannon, as well as gaining 1,000 health, 5 speed for 115 speed, and 5 thruster for 55 thruster, which pretty much the same thing I said for the VD. This thing needs help. Also, I get to be like, yeah, I knew this thing needed help. Look at its bad win rate. Haha.
No.
It sucks though. Feels bad, man.
Yeah. Well, there's so many times I would hear like the Gelgu ground type is OP super meta support, and I'm just like, nah, man, that thing's stats are probably garbage. And then
From who?
tons of people in my chat. Like, this is like,
You just have the one person that plays it in your chat,
no,
Magnum.
no,
That's
dude.
all.
There was like,
Time to
there
throw
was
out the whole
like
chat then.
5.
Oh
There, no,
no.
no, no. If I had to, there was probably okay, at least a good 5 to 15 people. I can easily think of 5 people.
Supports Anonymous. Magnum.
Like,
TrueShot TV, EG_Magnum.
yeah, there's been a ton of people that are just like, this is meta, and I'm like, no. But at the same cost, I played the Dom Barrage, so that's been kind of the comeback, I guess. But um,
The touche, as it were.
yeah, that's. I mean, normally I'm the one to mention it, so fair enough. But at the same time, it's just like, if you like the suit and it works, then cool, no big deal. But yeah, which at least to some credit here, the damage is actually above average for the point zero or the point like 1% of the people that actually play it. So like I would really be curious what the play rate of that suit is,
Give us all the stats.
right? Then after that we have the Hama Hama. Actually feels really awesome. Especially the level 3 buffs feel kind of cool. Though again, Kshatri is a thing, but at the same time, suit's pretty cool. Level 3 range damage went up by 7%, so 50 range damage. Thruster increased from 60 to 65. Heat rate has been shortened on the 3-barrel thing from 20 to 18%, and a 1-second cooldown time instead of 1.3 seconds, which roughly is about the time you would need to actually stun somebody now, is about 1.3 to 1.5 seconds. So that's pretty hype, actually. Then the triple mega particle cannon, 1,200 damage, so that's actually big since there's 3 beams. And the wired beam gun times 2 gained a little bit of damage, 100 for each. But the main thing is now you can stun somebody every 10 seconds rather than 15 with it. And yeah, it definitely needs some love across the board still, even though it's gotten better. it needs a lot of help. Also notice that its shoulders don't actually have buffers on it. There's not a single buffer on that suit. Finally, the G-Line full custom. Kind of awkward seeing this getting a buff, but I'll take it. Cool suit. Been seeing it a lot in the duel matches. Just throwing it out there. 1,000 life, 17,500 speed going up to 115. 5% damage increase at level 3, with thruster increase at level 3 going to 60 from 55. Cooldown time on its melee to 2.5 seconds across the board. Now, normally you would just downswing on this. Doesn't this have a bad, like, percentage decrease, Emblem?
For which one?
The beam sabers, the twin beam sabers on the G-Line full custom.
Didn't they change that? Hold on, I'll just pull it up.
They might have, but they lowered the cooldown time, so I'm guessing you can easily get out 2 extra hits at the end rather than just doing a straight downswing. I mean, I guess this is a slight quality of life either way to get another melee out faster, but still.
Yeah, so downswing is 150. Yeah, they reduced the time between attacks by half of a second.
No, the negative, like the penalty though. What's the penalty between each melee?
Between melee? Do you mean
like
the
the first swing? Yeah, the fall off. There we go.
Oh, okay. It's 60 after the first swing.
Okay. Guess that's not too bad. I was just wondering what the exact benefit, other than just getting, like you melee somebody, then move, and then you melee them again a little bit. What the actual benefit of going from 3 to 2.5 is? But
Oh, hold Magnum. It's up.
do we have it? Okay.
Yep. It's on our Twitter. Hold on.
Here, let's go ahead and bring that up, and well, here I'll just say the last thing. Power went up on the beam cannons to 1,000, and rigidity was decreased. Okay, that's the buffs and nerfs. Now for the main thing. Let's get that up, and we'll hit play at the same time, I guess.
Sounds good.
Go ahead and change the text. The question marks for new suit. I'm doing exclamations this time. Haha. Did you link it in the Discord? Nice.
Yes.
Okay, everybody got it up?
Yep. Ready to go.
And pulling up on the screen. 3, 2, 1, go. We're getting all the suits at once.
Everything's here. This looks very much like that. Oh. Oh yeah, that's the Banshee thing.
Let's go. Loving the music though. Oh, look at that claw. Whoa! Was that no charge time for that beam? Is that just showing priority 3?
It did not appear to need the charge, Magnum.
Ooh,
whoa!
That's gross. Yo, that claw though.
Wait, does it have like melee resist? Is that what that was?
Well, there's a priority difference, right?
I guess.
That was actually in a match, so I'm gonna put that. Bandai Namco.
Okay, so it has. I'm just kind of looking back here a little bit too.
Hush.
Okay, so just a normal beam. Wait, was that a charge?
Oh my
Actually, I
God.
think that was a charge.
Don't fucking update, you stupid browser. What the hell?
So it looks like it has a normal one, and then when it goes to the next one, it kind of looks like it's charging.
What's going on, Witcher?
It doesn't look like it.
In the next frame, it kind of has that little, I don't know.
It doesn't have the, the charge globe.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Doesn't it turn on, or is that the unicorn in front of it blinking? One of them is blinking. It's either the unicorn in front of it. No, the unicorn doesn't have anything on. Yeah, it blinks. The little charge blink when it's fully charged. But it can do it while moving. It's essentially a BST while moving. Which is kind of gross.
Kind of makes me think of the White Rider. In Code Fairy and not out Code Fairy.
Yeah, right. Also, that
It's interesting that that's how they do it because like the Norn, that beam on the Norn, typically is almost like a Tesla coiler. It's almost just like a whip in the show. It's just a straight beam here. That fucking chunk though, like yeah, it just resists melee when it winds up in that mode. That's cool.
yeah, that's what I was saying. It looks like it. Yeah,
Like they're doing down swings at it, and it's not like
yeah. It looks like
Wasn't
it's
that
actually
priority
taking.
resistance?
I mean, I don't know if it's actually. I mean, that seems a little bit different than just a. I don't know. Maybe. I feel like though, while you're swinging, if you get hit,
boom.
I mean, sometimes it's priority.
That's really cool though. I like that.
I mean, if it does work like that, that's actually kind of cool. That's very unique.
That's coming this week. Yar the Banshee. Who would have thought?
Yeah, right.
So if this is even more gross, especially when it comes to that extra like bullshit going on with its NTD, they didn't show an awaken on here either. So I think they're just keeping it straight up.
I mean, that's very raid, right? You just burn
Mhm.
yourself to 0 health and
Yeah, just
rage
fucking
at
shit
people.
up. Well, the awkward thing is that we don't see any UI either.
Right.
Is there a descriptor or is there a post on the site itself?
That's what I was going to
Good
look
question.
at
Let's
right
take a
now.
look.
We can
And-
take a gander.
And or can we get an English version?
Might have to just settle for Google Translate for now.
Oh wait, what is this? Oh, there's the token pack. They're talking about the token pack. It's out for the
Oh,
half cannon. That's up now.
that's cool.
And actually nothing on the website that I can find on the JP side of
Really,
things.
no article.
Yeah,
Damn.
no update yet.
We'll see if that changes then.
But yeah. Overall though, yeah, it's what we expected, but I really like that
Yeah.
very unique
NTD
melee
looks like
stuff.
it's a heavy attack. Cyber saying NTD has heavy attack, which is neat.
Now we need like range stuff with the Phoenix for support.
That would be cool.
But yeah, any other thoughts about that?
Hold on a second. Gundam Info as the
Wait.
English trailer.
The token packs are live too.
Link it. We can pull it up. There we go.
Does it have it in English or is it just the Japanese one again?
It's in English.
Okay. Yeah, switch over then.
Okay. Just skip into the part where it actually starts showing stuff. Okay, yeah. So it's just the same weapon, just normal shot and charged. Beam saber, then the punches. I wonder if it's gonna have like 4 melees like the punch thing does.
Oh, like combo controller or whatever.
It didn't
Yeah.
look like it. They didn't showcase.
They didn't-
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
though. That would be crazy
I bet
though.
you like
Since it's-
multiple weapons.
Or even like a body if it actually had the melee buffer on it. On top of having the NTD thing going on.
Oh, that would be. Oh, what
That'd
if
be
the
funny as
damage?
hell.
What if the damage scaled up too, just like the
Oh, like the knockdown skill?
just like the Shrewsbury Gallus? Oh my goodness.
That'd be funny. So armed armor BS.
Yeah.
Additional weapon. Banshee armed beam saber.
So
Armed armor VN. Head Vulcan. So the Mark III is still. That's cool.
the
Touch
H-
button when HP is a specific amount lets it transform. When activated temporarily, you disable psychic weapons loaded area. Okay. Man, that really didn't change at all.
deals
It's just the
HP
usual
damage
thing.
to you. So yeah, that sounds literally the same thing. So I'm curious.
When selecting a weapon that supports a heavy attack, hold
I
and
wonder if the
release the
duration's
attack
gonna
button to
be longer.
perform.
If it's just like Unicorns, do you
Mm-hmm.
think 45 seconds is enough time?
I would
Would it
assume it's going
end?
to be longer.
How would
I
that
hope.
work? Maybe just wouldn't end.
Yeah, maybe I don't
Hmm.
think it ends. That's what I'm saying. I think in full raid fashion, you
This is
rage
just a whole ass
from your
mode,
salt that you just burn yourself to death.
Then you just fucking die. Okay, yeah. Oh man.
So, when selecting a weapon that supports a heavy attack, hold and release the attack button to perform an added power melee. That's cool. Also ignores buffer damage reduction and pierces shields. So I think that's why it was resisting certain things, because that's just straight up a heavy attack.
Yeah.
Let the Black Fury roar.
Wait. Oh wait, no, yeah. All it is heavy attack. Huh.
I'll take it. Obviously, you're gonna have people just tackle at you, but if you can wind up and have people set up, especially in a place like, going back to clans, if you're gonna be in underground, the second anything gets knocked over by all the unicorns running around, you just wind up and finish them off.
It looks like it's going to be good for following up on people. Like it's pretty straightforward. You just fucking doom spike people or something. Maybe you knock them on the ground.
Especially with the arm cannon having piercing too. Do you know what this is? This is just a 700 cost egg.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'm just like, that's
With
literally
the,
what I was thinking. I'm just like,
cannon, yeah.
yeah.
You just hand beam instead of mouth beam now, and then you just drill into them afterwards.
Yes! I don't have really a good 700 raid yet, so, yeah. Time to spin tomorrow.
Yeah.
Spin to win, baby.
But that's neat. I'm hyped for that. It'll be interesting to see, especially if it doesn't have like a second layer to its transformation, and if it really does burn through all of its health. Like, that seems like a kind of rough disadvantage, especially if it doesn't have any bell peppers to bully.
And a tweet is up for the
Oh, is it good?
YouTube page, yeah.
Ooh. That is
Did
kind
they
of
actually link the
interesting,
YouTube one?
Say again?
Did they actually link the YouTube one on there?
No, it looks like it just plays the same video.
But,
That's fair. Embeds are better anyway, so.
But yeah.
The Black Lion roars. Banshee's coming to GBO2. And Sov is the first thing I fucking see. I'm going to hit things with the large claw. The crab is reborn.
Oh no.
You know he's gonna do some nonsense. That's the first response I saw. Like, it did not take long.
Crib.
Oh, there goes Ashi. Grab your hands.
We're gonna see some crib. We're probably gonna hear some crib tomorrow. I'm betting.
It's crib.
Okay. Well, anything else?
That wraps it up.
Okay. Let's go and do some shoutouts and call it.
Alright. I'm Gustav13, Gustav_X triple I. I am playing this game for whatever reason still on my channel 1 billion times a day. Still going through Judgment. I'm really tempted to peel off and do more Champions of the Continent, but I'm really close. I'm pretty sure to finishing Judgment, which has been on the back burner for like 1 billion years, so we're gonna try to see that through. Still gonna be spinning for Tressa and all that good stuff. And there's actually a couple other things. Like, we're gonna be consumed by Gundam very soon. Like, we are on the cusp right now. So it's definitely gonna be busy in that regard. Outside of that, I do want to try to get in there with Live Alive. I'm slowly but surely falling into the trap of too many games. And it's probably gonna be a dangerous couple months very soon. But I'll be trying to keep up on YouTube and all that. I also do want to make some more clips and whatnot for like TikTok and all that good stuff. But right now we're pretty much anniversary mode. We did a lot of the PBE, all that other stuff I got stuff up there for, so hopefully we can keep up with that. Good luck to anyone that tries to go in there for clans. It's the first top 40, and there's 2 really sweaty suits that just got dropped at 700. So good luck for sure. What about you guys?
Same. We'll be fully immersed in Gundam as well. We'll be finishing up Live Alive, getting ready for Battle Alliance later this month. And apparently throwing all my tokens at Banshee. So that should be pretty good. Definitely excited. Got a lot of stuff in the works. Definitely keep an eye out both on the Twitches with the live contents, as well as the YouTubes. We have a lot of stuff coming out there. You can find all that by doing URL or website.com/GamingEmblem. So maybe not on YouTube. You may just have to search for GamingEmblem. I don't think I'm important enough on YouTube to have a username URL. Yeah, it's probably just numbers and shit. But yeah, we play video games on the internet. Check it out.
And as usual, everybody's stuff will be down in the description below. But I'm EG Magnum. I stream on Twitch, have a Twitter, Discord, YouTube channel, and some other stuff that should have more content on it, or any content on it soon.
Yeah, Magnum.
Yeah, I'm definitely slacking. But, you know, health issues and whatnot. Hopefully that doesn't get in the way of streaming, though. So, yeah, with the PC back alive and waiting for an actual new power supply to come in, but with the temporary setup, though, I could do Tarkov things, which we first did last night. So, back into the Tarkov, but, of course, GBO2. Can't wait tomorrow to try the Banshee and stuff. And going to do the Battle Alliance stuff. And yeah, lots of Gundam content coming up, which is actually really awesome. I for
Love to
real,
see it.
it is amazing hype for NA Gundam like game fans right now. But anyway, other than that, some other games I definitely want to play. Keep an eye out for certain things. Couple of games I've been trying to get into certain alphas that I can't talk about yet, but yeah, certain games coming up that I'm interested in playing whenever NDA stuff lifts. But other than that, yeah, pretty much that'll be it for this one, guys. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought about all we talked about, everything, the Banshee and stuff. Yeah, but that'll be it for this one, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a good one. Peace.
Later.
Bye.